Now we're recording. What's up, guys? The board is showing nothing. That's rude. I'm being rude to everyone on Twitch. Scrolling back to where we are. We are here today for the next session of A Tale of Three Dragons. We've got Mac, we've got Tiki, we've got Chase, our three tier 7, well, 3 of 4 tier 7 patrons. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for your support. It's how we get to do all the fun stuff we get to do. It's how I get to go to cons and meet people and learn that a lot of weird things are happening in the playtest, and I wouldn't have known them as early as I did if it wasn't for like people just like you helping me out. So from the bottom of my heart, you guys are amazing. Now we're gonna hit that in-character reflection for that hero point before we dive into this. Find us some hobgoblin leaders and kill them very dead. I'm gonna roll a d3. If I hit a 3, Chase can tell us what he has been doing as the party's been talking to the bereaved, slash drinking funny beer, slash meeting terrible fates, slash other things as well. Boom. And it's a 1, Tiki. Enru's first.
I don't really know how we survived that last encounter, but we did. On our way to doing what's probably the most important thing that I've done since being on the surface, retrieving, or rather, dealing with these hobgoblins to retrieve my friend's lost soul. It's do or die now. This is our chance. Well, maybe not our chance, maybe just mine. Doing anything to recover a life. It's got to be points towards redeeming myself. I don't know who adds them up, but maybe they'll look kindly on this. That'd be it.
Alrighty, very good. Take your hero point, my friend. Next up, we're just doing them in order. Alright, Tarask, you feel the urge to stick your foot in your mouth as the time has come. I'm sorry, I don't mean to I'm not trying to be terrible. It's
No, it's fitting, it's fitting. Yeah, so really Tarask is just kind of wondering if he even is meant to be out here. He's already been knocked down and around by so many individuals. Any self-confidence he had is gone. Sure, people see him as part of the monastery and everything, but he's starting to think that's just more so something he got conveniently than rather actually worked for it almost. And it also doesn't help that lately, anytime anything bad happens, he's like almost insta-killed. His motivation's not exactly high at the moment. Not enough to give up, not enough for him to quit or anything, but he's had far better times and days, and he's just finding himself more and more just tired. Rather than hopeful, just flat out tired.
Fighting will do that for sure, especially when you're the level 2 wizard. Soon Tarask will be the most powerful person in the party, but for now...
You keep saying that.
You will, man. I'm telling you, full casters and Pathfinder First Edition are how to do it. It takes you a little longer to get there.
Mm-hmm. And considering the upgrade path you've talked about, you're really going to be the most powerful.
You will. Oh yeah. It's just like this is the time where it's a little harder for you, but you really will get there. It's just a matter of.
Well, it doesn't also help that this is like one of my first campaigns that I've ever properly played.
That's fair. That is very fair. Well, I promise I'm not just saying this to like make you feel better. You gave it a couple levels. You will. You
want to keep me at the current patronage level.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta make sure.
So I have to make sure that you're good. Yeah. Nah, it's like I appreciate that. I'll never say I do not appreciate that. I obviously do. Dude. But I also it's got to be a game first. It's got to be fun. And if somebody's not having fun, I gotta be like, hey, give it 6 levels. Anyway, what's he been up to in the time that Unru and Tarask have been wandering the Kitsune village?
So I guess he has been mentally sort of dealing with the concept of how Guillaume's mortality, I guess. Thinking on it pretty hard. not liking so much of, in some sense in his mind, that this is a failure. Chimio is kind of like, the Nero Pupito, so it's that sort of mortality is hard, but obviously not wanting to give up, and also partly in denial. It's a paradoxical kind of feelings going on.
Fair enough. Take that hero point, my friend. You guys see, as the Oni, well, he's not, he is an Oni. Well and truly, the creature is an Oni. But it's more like just an ogre with a little bit of infernal power. Just leans back, falls with a heap in the snow. Hiei and Hiro come riding up from behind. Hiei, you have met with Kuratama. As the time has gone by, you've been given the same directive. The hobgoblins are camping out here somewhere. Find them, kill their leader. It should be enough to send them scurrying back from whence they came, and then once that happens, Kuratama will see to it you are provided with a healer for your poison and a way to bring your friend back from the grave. As Hiei rides up, a snowstorm kicks up. Pretty much out of nowhere. It's not so bad as to make someone think that, oh, we can't do this, but it definitely is enough to obscure sight in such a way that what you see on the board with the dynamic lighting is what you see. And the floor is yours, gentlemen.
All right, so it's dark out or what?
It's not dark, it's just where you see blackness that's as far as you can see before you can't see through the snow. Yeah, pretty much.
Where were you two? You missed all the fun.
Out of character wise, we are still at current hit points from last game, correct?
Yes, we are picking up straight after the fight with the Oni.
Okay.
Alright, cool. I mean, I still have some potions left. Do you still have some, Enru?
Oh, I've got potions. Speaking of which, I would actually hold one up to your lips. I can't hand it to you because I have to be the one to administer it. Because
Hey,
this is my extract.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I administer a potion to you. It's Cure Light.
Okay. What level?
The first level, it's Cure Light.
Oh,
28. Plus whatever.
rolling that. What caster level? 2?
Whatever my caster level is, so 2, yeah.
Alright, that tops me up to full. It's only missing 5.
Okay.
Why Blech.
Sorry,
Warning next time.
yeah. Well, you kind of almost died, so.
Fair enough.
If I think I have to hold your nose and pour it down your throat, I will.
No, thank you.
For Tarask, I feel like that's less holding it and more like putting a hand over 2 fingers. Rat folk. Alright, so the snowstorm. Make a perception check, everyone, if you would. Oh, Tarask. 5, it's okay. So the natural 1 and the natural 20s are going to cancel each other out. So nothing super bad happens. Tarask feels a little lightheaded. Hiei's presence bolsters him a little. And all of you, as you look around at the snowstorm that's kicked up, you get the feeling that it's not entirely a natural snowstorm. The snowflakes are a little too big, a little too wide. They hit the ground a little too, they almost bounce when they hit the ground. It's really surreal. You also get the feeling it might be the work of something in the Forest of Spirits. It doesn't feel any colder than it did before the storm started, and the wind has picked up. You would think you'd be freezing at this point, but it's just not that bad. You guys are going into a box canyon. You're basically in a box canyon now, but where the Kitsune and the Spear of Neblin live, it's wider. As you guys move farther forward, it'll start to narrow out quite a bit. This is most likely, like, when Kuratama's pointing in that direction, the only thing there really is that box canyon. You guys can assume the hobgoblins are camped out there, so there's only one, like, good way to come at them. And that same one good way to come at them will be the way you guys will be entering. That said, with Hiei got a real good perception check. Hiei knows that bringing Hiro in might not be the best idea at this time because, like, you guys are riding into a really narrow box canyon that you can probably expect to be fortified. And but the same notion, back in the village, back where the Sphere of Neblin have come out of the Darklands, there are a lot of natural caves in both sides of the box canyon. You imagine, like, that's not just true for where people live, it's probably the whole way out, and a lot of, especially if the hobgoblins have fortified as well as you think they might have, a lot of it may be you guys going through caves and stuff.
So, any plans on how we want to go forward? Like,
I feel this
normally,
might be a blessing. The rolling snow will cover on the road. And it doesn't seem to bite so much.
Tilta, my dude, I'm sorry, but it's hard for me to understand you.
I too am having problems hearing you, my friend.
Ah,
Can I turn you up in here? I cannot. I can only mute you. I can mute him, but I can't turn him up.
Yeah, you might have to manually turn your mic up, dude.
Yeah, like if there's a gain setting.
Or in the Windows settings.
That as well. Sometimes closing Discord sometimes helps if you're in voice somewhere on Discord. Whatever you're using for your mic might be giving priority to Discord.
Maybe I have attenuation on.
That is also definitely that's the story of my life.
Attenuation on. Let's see. It's on. It kicks on for when others speak.
I see. While I'm thinking about it, for those of us who might be curious, the creature you killed did have a pretty nice Tetsubo. Let me get its whole loot sheet out here right quick. Like, it had a masterwork Tetsubo and a masterwork composite longbow with a +4 strength bonus. And I think, is that all? Is that all you had, buddy? That is all you had.
I think we should give the composite bow to our resident Sohei, as that makes sense.
Yeah. Give me a second, I'm gonna mute myself. And
you're coming through fine now.
I was gonna set up speech recognition just in case.
Okay, fair enough. I lied. He also has masterwork half plate as well, which I know that's good for nobody, but you can sell it. It's really nice, despite the fact that it's a little torn up and it kind of stinks a little because it is coming off an ogre with a little bit of Oni power. It's still, like, it's very effective looking.
Well, does anybody have any good way to carry that? Do we want to see if, like, a hero would mind, carrying the loot if we get it off of the creature? I imagine that's going to take us some time of just stripping.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we probably should. Besides, if we succeed at this, Kiyome gets resurrected. She might want a gift to assuage the fact that we did her diary.
There's a shiver from me as I remember that fact.
That's fair, yeah.
So, save the weapon.
You guys also think you might be able to bury it in the snow. It's probably not going anywhere. The hobgoblins that you might encounter are probably going to be similarly armed. And, like, the worst thing out here is going to come to them is, like, maybe, like, a couple of wolves come and eat the body.
Yeah, but wolves wouldn't eat metal, so...
That's accurate, yeah.
Unless we're messing with some weird construct wolves that some ranged necromancers, well, I guess alchemists around here would conjuring up, but let's not think about that, nor let's give the DM ideas.
1d4 rust monsters have suddenly appeared.
Gosh,
So are we actually taking Hero into this? Because, you know...
If not, we could leave him near this guy, because half plate is worth a good chunk of change.
And considering how well he did in the last fight, I'm sure he can take care of himself.
That's accurate. Hero is the truest warrior.
It's enough change you can fill up a sock with it and make a pretty decent bludgeoning weapon with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Heck, probably in gold nonetheless.
Okay, so I was trying to say in character earlier, I feel this snowfall might be a kind of divine wind that'll see us into the box game.
What?
Then its bite isn't so strong.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, you are still a little quiet, man. You got loud, and then you went to fix. Now we see you, and also you're quiet.
That's because normally I have my camera off, but I left it on this time. But I don't know why the microphone isn't.
It's probably just your attenuation snaps to something else.
Yeah, either that or you should literally just go into volume and set the thing up to a little bit higher volume, because it may not be picking you up as good as it normally does.
That is true.
Devices and properties, listen.
While this is going on, I scroll up, and no, I'm not gonna, because like if I scroll up, all of Twitch will see the entire board. Because I can hide it from you guys, but I can't hide it from them as well, because they can see. They see
quickly, boys. Let's stream snipe.
Oh, that is a thing, isn't it? You definitely can stream snipe. That happened at the first episode of Doomsday Dawn.
Oh,
not
I
yet.
imagine that wasn't on purpose.
No, I definitely wasn't. Those guys are really cool. Just somebody went to like see if the stream health was good, and just go to a look behind. Don't watch the stream. You see behind the GM screen, and that's you guys at YouTube, on Twitch.
Well, you did say we're going into a box cannon. It's probably not a good idea to take Hero. So that should probably be, let's actually have the full plate and the Tetsubo strapped to Hero if he will allow it. That way he can actually evade if he needs to.
Okay, yeah, he can do that.
And then we can continue on, because despite all things, we are going to have to continue.
How big was the ogre?
He's just medium. He's bigger than you, but he's not
bigger.
He's probably like the upper reaches is 6 foot tall.
So if we were to be able to get a few more of these sets of armor, you think we can shackle some armor for Hero?
You could, yeah.
Continue on our quest to make him the most pimped out horse this side of the crown.
Piecemeal him out into some kind of...
He definitely has the best magic item in the party is on the horse's head slot right now.
I looked it up to make the Jiragan. The
Jigasa
he has.
That
takes 8th level spells.
It does. Yes. It
does. Considering it's a luck bonus instead of anything else, so it stacks with pretty much everything.
It's the war priest's favorite.
Yeah, so I was just like,
All right, so I'm actually going to pop both the potions that I received previously because
You were
I've
that
been
low?
saving potions. Well, no, I'm probably only going to need one. So, no, I'll just take the one because he hit me for half my health with that first hit. So even a normal hit would have hit me, took me down the rest of the way. That's the reason I said initially that I was going to try to snatch you up and run.
fair enough. I'm gonna look over you guys. So, how far do we think it is till we'll be upon the camp?
The camp itself is hard to say. The box canyon you guys are in now has already started to narrow a little bit, and before the storm kicked up, it's not very far now before you guys will take a pretty sharp turn over and the canyon will narrow to
Let me put it this way: is 2 hours enough time to not have to worry about mage armor disappearing on us in the middle of all this?
Yeah, you should be fine.
I'm going to walk over to Hiei and cast mage armor on him.
Okay.
I will not cast it on myself, because if somebody gets me, I'm just going to accept my fate at this point.
Roll up that Super Saiyan.
Yeah. And how long... Also, if we need it, I do have an enlarged person spell prepared.
Seems good.
In case one of you guys want to use that.
No. I will scoop up a couple handfuls of pebbles if I can find any.
Yeah, you can. Probably.
Yeah.
The percentage dice will decide your fate. Your fate, not your faith. The percentage dice say you worship Iomade now. You have no say. Haha.
Oh, I still have one more casting of Mage Armor left, so I'll also cast Mage Armor on you, Anru.
Seems good.
If you
No.
No?
Just save it for yourself. Or
Alright. You certain? It would stack with your stuff.
it would stack with my stuff, but as of yet, I'm pretty sure I don't need it currently.
I think Anru has the highest AC in the party. I think.
Yeah, I kind of do, I think.
Well,
I have an AC of 20.
I feel like that's the highest.
Well, that's +4 armor bonus to both me and
And Hiei. And he gets his armor bonus.
Hey, I've been saying it right today, and I haven't been stopping myself.
Plus, if I pop either my mutagen or my speak tincture, my AC goes up by 2.
That's fair. That's very fair.
All right.
Okay, sure. Are we ready to head forward then?
Casting a burning hands, and I still have a casting of burning hands and enlarged person on me. So, would that mess you up, Hiei? If I were to cast that on you in an emergency, or would that do good?
Wouldn't be bad.
Because would that do bad?
If anyone has a chance of avoiding it, it's probably me and the horse. But getting burned is never great.
Well, I mean that more so enlarged person. If I were to hit you with that,
Enlarged person is not going
to. Okay. Well, I'm saying would that be bad because that does take away from your dex some, but it increases your strength even further, and it increases your weapon die.
That is true.
I'm not a strength person.
You're not strength based?
Yeah.
Neither am I.
The good characters in Pathfinder First Edition tend to be dex based, not strength based. There are some exceptions.
Well, that's a wasted spell then. Oh well.
It might be good for you. Makes it a little harder for people to grab you.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, yeah. And I also have a handhole. I got a couple of spells I thought maybe it could be useful if I made them into potions. We'll see.
Makes sense. Alrighty, so what I'm hearing is Hero is going to stay behind. What about Farron? Is Farron going to?
Farron's so squishy, he's going to stay behind.
Farron will stay with Hiei.
And assist. Yeah, Farron's going to stay with a Hero.
Oh, yes. Now I'm the one screwing it up. Alright, so the three of you head into the canyon.
Wait, no, he would have to follow me, wouldn't he?
Oh, yes, he is still technically a figment. He does have to follow you.
Yeah,
he has to be with me or something.
Alright, we're heading north, correct?
That's right.
Alright, well then, there is where I would be in relation to other people.
Sure. Let's get a quick information from everybody, then I'll move you guys as the time comes.
Farron's on my shoulder, for the record.
Sure.
I'm in the back, I imagine. Or
Okay.
would Hero prefer, or would Hiei prefer to be in the back and me in the middle, since I'm the squishiest?
Did you say how many pebbles I was able to find?
Yeah, you were able to find a couple. Two. Literally two.
Literally two. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, if he is good with where Hiei is, I will bump you guys to the next board. Make perception checks.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You don't see that yet. Make a perception check.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think he can see it. No, yeah, he can. Okay.
I can Farron can see it.
Farron definitely
Thank God for
sees it.
familiars. Farron is literally the skill monkey half of me.
Yeah, he is.
Or at least... Yeah.
Sage Familiar is as Sage Familiar does. Alright,
Yeah,
so...
especially when you
No,
get...
it is Sage Kitty.
Sage Kitty.
It is Sage Kitty. He is not a monkey.
He's Skill Kitty. Okay, so you guys, you begin working through... Trees begin to, like, they don't necessarily, like, appear from the snow, but little, like, copses of trees here and there as you make your way, more or less, along that river. The river begins to narrow, and the canyon does well and truly, from what you can see through the snow, begin to narrow out. It's not long before you come upon... Okay. I have to click the dynamic lighting, because everybody has some line of sight, but Anru's front and center. Anru can make out all three of the Zobu and their three Hobgoblin Outriders. The Zobu are grazing what they can from, like, the snow and the trees and stuff, and the Hobgoblins are set up around little fires cooking and generally not paying attention to you. I rolled a d4 to figure out which way the wind was going to blow before you guys came through here, and I did roll a 4. So in a twist of serendipity, as you get closer, the wind begins blowing like from the Izobu in your direction, so you're upwind.
So we're downwind.
Right. You are not downwind, you're upwind. Which means they can't smell you.
Right, I always get that backwards.
Dude, I do too.
Okay,
I definitely. You guys also see over on the right here, it looks like there are several entrances into the side of that canyon that you might be able to climb up into. And maybe like you can find some caves or something.
Are we gonna have to choke?
Yep.
Are we choking?
No. You guys aren't with them. The wind is... Oh, you are up one of them, aren't you? Yeah, that's fair. Make fort saves.
Wait, what?
I realize that the fact that the wind is blowing from the Izobu to you means that their scent aura would be a little stronger.
Gosh darn it.
Hey, I hate pointing it out, but...
No, it's fair.
No.
Dude.
Just being fair.
No, I'm not getting on you. I'm just like, oh, darn it. I forgot about that ability.
Wait, knowing that maybe we might encounter Zobus, to be fair, like we might wrap scarves around our noses in order to like use scent effects.
Potentially.
So...
Without a plague doctor's mask, you're not getting past that crap.
It's very strong.
Oh, God. I just got done watching the last episode of A House Divided like yesterday. Oh my God.
I remember reading a thing that it's like wrapping around your face like that gives you like a +2 against airborne stuff.
That would make sense. Nevertheless, all the rolls are pretty bad. It's only Farron that isn't sickened. You guys are like... I don't think anybody doesn't see them. Yeah, you guys are wise enough to not start like hacking up lungs in the presence of the Zobu. But you're definitely sickened.
That gives us a -2 on like everything, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
When you open your sheet, there's a conditions section that will automatically apply everything that needs to be applied.
It's pretty cool.
Just check sickened.
Thanks.
So it looks like the first issue you guys are gonna have is getting past these guys. You definitely see that you could move up into the cliffs and make your way into the caves inside. Also, there's a bridge that crosses the river, basically right where that first Izobu is. Of course, there's no cover. There's like they don't see you out of serendipity. There's not a whole lot of stealth checks there that won't like you're gonna break cover, they'll have line of sight to you, or you could try to fight.
What time of day is it?
It's you think middle of the afternoon, maybe a little closer to later on. It's hard to say because you can't see the position of the sun right now through the storm.
Light level?
Light level's normal bright light. It's you guys. Your vision is obscured because of the storm, not because of any like real lack of ability. Well, no, it's probably dim.
Dim?
Dim-ish, yeah.
Perhaps shall we send Farron up to scout over here? After all, he can fly and all that sort of stuff.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
Is he sickened with the 15?
No, Farron did pass. I'm sorry, I may not have been clear.
Farron passed?
Farron did pass, yes. Also,
Right,
I wonder...
I know I didn't pass.
Yeah, no, you did not. That was lots of bad rolls out of the RNG just right away.
Okay, so I would try to stealth back to my other compatriots,
Sure.
speaking low.
Alrighty. 21 seems fine.
Okay, do we want to try to get around them? Do we want to fight them? It's dim enough that if I were to cast my darkness, it would be deeper darkness at this point. They wouldn't be able to see through it, but neither would we. But then again, that would also alert them that there's something weird going on.
I can send Farron around to scout to see if there's a better path. Perhaps we can go up through those caves. Perhaps we can just simply go around. He is really small, after all. And pretty nimble. Here, your insight?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Very well. You, Unruh?
There's really no cover, so getting around is going to be a lot harder to do.
We have the concealment at least. Some. Kind of.
Do what?
We have the concealment of the snowfall at least. Some.
That is true.
Would that be enough concealment to be able to make stealth checks?
Yeah, if you can't see them, they can't see you. Everyone immediately closes their eyes.
It's okay if I start sending Farron over to this way to climb up these sort of...
in that case, it being dim light, that stealth check is too higher.
Understood. So it's as it would be normally. So for the guy who I guess I knew that you hadn't played a lot of Pathfinder, but it's like it's sinking in now that you haven't played a lot of Pathfinder. Do you know everything that a Sylvanchi can do?
Yeah, I did write down all the Sylvanchi abilities that Farron has into his character sheet.
Okay.
I did research it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why I was like, I know about like stuff like Spectral Mist and all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of saving that in my back pocket for right now, though, and just kind of hoping that he can make it look like he's just kind of climbing up the rock wall.
Fair enough.
While using his fly speed.
Okay.
I think he technically has a climb speed, though.
He does
That's
not. He might. No,
Nah,
he's got a speed of 30 feet and a fly speed of 90 with good mobility, so he doesn't need the climb speed. However, he does need to make a. He's a tiny creature, but you should still make a stealth check.
Stealth check is +8 for tiny.
Yep.
+8.
So your mod +8, because it's literally just a matter of like, should the Zobu or the hobgoblins happen to look up?
Yeah, come on.
Oh man. What do you use that hero point?
It's insight from you guys.
If he gets discorporated or whatever, you just get him back next turn.
No,
or next day.
Yeah. So no, I'm gonna say Farron does get that natural one.
Okay. Would you like to?
But still a 19. Oh.
Would you like to respond with any of your? Because a natural one is a natural one. Things are going to happen that are bad. Is why I ask if you want to use your hero point.
Yeah. Well, things are going to happen bad, but that doesn't mean they're necessarily happening to us. So do we all need to make stealth checks to make sure we're not seen?
I will respond after I hear from Mac if Farron wants to use his hero point or...
You just want to get rid of my hero points, that way you can crit me with a Tetsu.
Hey, no, actually, there's nobody out here with Tetsuos anymore. It was just I needed a random encounter. I promise, you can tell the hobgoblins have lances. Which are actually just Tetsubo's sharpened to points.
You see, I told you.
That's an awkward lance. That's just kind of like running with like a tree branch.
God, yeah, no. Screw it. Knowing how bad you like to make your nat ones, yeah, I'll spend that hero point to not make it a natural one. Knowing how bad those can be. So do I just reroll?
Yes.
24.
Considerably better. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah, it's just better overall.
Okay. Farron is able to, like... He moves through the trees and then realizes he's a little too visible, and one of the Zobu looks up and, like, scents the air, and as this happens, Farron discorporates into his mist form for just long enough to, like, break line of sight, and nobody sees him. There are...
Not long enough to make it count as a minute?
Yeah, no, you don't. It doesn't mechanically. I'm not going to make you use the hero point and the ability. That's mean.
That is kind of funny, though. He's a figment. Does he have a scent?
Yes, he does. He definitely has a scent. Everyone has a scent.
You can smell thoughts.
Well, he's thoughts personified. He definitely smells like some kind of outsider cat thing. Maybe a little more like foot, because it comes from Tarask. Anyway, I'll go ahead and just bump you in here. Some of these passages are pretty small, Farron, as you squeeze on through. For you, it's a little easier, obviously. You're a little outsider cat guy. But
this size like tiny, I think?
Yeah. You think that Hira... Yeah. Or, damn it, I'm fucking up now. You think Hiei and Anru could get through, but it would be pretty difficult. For Tarask, it's a little easier. For you, it's effortless.
Alright. Well, I am Tarask.
No.
You are also Farron.
Yes, I am one of both.
The cave seems to be, from what you can see, and you can't see a lot because it's really, really cramped. And as you move through, there's definitely there's bits and pieces where you can see out into back where the hobgoblins are. It's cramped, but there doesn't seem to be anything bad in here.
Alright, I'm going to tell that to my allies. It's going to be I'm able to see. Farron seems to so far have no trouble moving through the caves. I should be able to move through them okay myself. You two will struggle, though.
Yeah, there's definitely, like where Farron is now, medium creatures would have to be crouching.
Yeah. I imagine I just have to be ducking my head.
Yeah, you might have to duck once in a while. It's not unlike a Ratfolk Warren.
Well, if this is anything like caves I'm used to, they may open up further in. So if you'd like to follow him in and see if you can see if it opens up and tell us back.
If nothing else, they're not going to be able to bring their animal companions in there with them. I do not think those things are small enough nor nimble enough to navigate in such territory.
Yeah, no, not at all. Izobu are essentially just horses with yak horns, and they're really, really shaggy. So there's no way.
Stinky.
And very stinky.
And stinky. Hella stinky.
There's short of one of those guys having a scroll of stone shape or something. There's no way.
Caves it is then.
Okay. Anru makes it through just fine.
25 on my stealth.
Gotcha.
That sound good to you, Hiei?
Do I need to make any reflex saves or anything to get into the cave or anything?
You do not. It's mechanically just squeezing. I'll go ahead and just... Because it's kind of hard for PCs to move through there, whereas I, the GM, can move you through the tiny slits really easy. Tarask is also... Yeah, Tarask is fine. Tarask is small, so he can squeeze through easy enough. Both of you have to climb a little to get in there. There's a lot of rough rock faces that stick out, and you have to pull yourself up, and then crawl through here. And then in Tarask's case, it's more just pull up, walk. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna be following.
Okay. Would you make a stealth check?
I'll give it a shot.
You're dex based, you'll be fine.
Seconds.
Yeah, that's good enough. These guys aren't paying attention. He is able to squeeze in. Once you guys get into caves, the caves are enough to block line of effect from the scent of the Izobu. The scent of, like, not gross cave, but, like, fungi and things of that nature begins to assault your noses, but it's nowhere near as bad as the scent of Izobu.
Just being transparent with my character, being in dim or darker light activates my voice of the darkness, +2 on stealth checks and intimidate in dim or lower light.
Tight.
And being inside a cave activates my underworld guide, which is a +2 on initiatives and saves while underground versus hazards and traps and other undergroundy type things.
Oh, good. Very good. Yeah, it's definitely pitch black in here. With the exception of, like, the little bit of light that might be coming in from the caves, that's all you got.
Well, it's not like, me nor it's not like me or Anru need to worry about light or dark vision, thankfully.
Yeah. Hiei has dark vision as well as an Azamar.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Yep.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they have dark vision.
Sweet. Funny, it's so hard to get dark vision in Pathfinder. Yeah, here we all conveniently have it.
It depends. A lot of us have dark vision.
Yeah. I still have my torch out, but it's not lit.
Understood?
They have an alternate racial trait now where they give up the +1 skill and get dark vision instead.
Called, like, Dim Dweller.
Yeah.
Yeah, super good. Very good. Pretty much almost a staple, to tell you the truth. Alright, you guys begin moving through the cave. It seems like you come out there, but actually there you do. Where Farron is right now, as he moves through there, he does. It's only big enough for Farron to get through, and only because if a cat can get its head through something, a cat can just the rest of its body through. You guys, as you guys move through there, you guys are moving up at like a 45-degree angle. So as Farron pokes his head out there, pretty much right on top of the Izobu, who are content to graze, and the hobgoblins who just complain about the cold and sit around their fires, you come out probably like 20 feet over top of them. They don't notice you.
I'll relay this information to the rest of my party and be like, do we want to try and use this to our advantage?
I say we go in, find the leader, kill him, and get out.
That's my best advice, my best idea. Is Farron talking about these hobgoblins that are like over here on the map earlier? That he sees?
Yes, the same hobgoblins. Okay. Those three and their three Izobus. Also, can Farron... He makes checks with your stuff. Give me a... Oh, what is the best... None of the knowledge checks are super good. Knowledge... Local is good, history is good. Both are accurate. Good enough. Okay, so...
Hey!
Well, there you go, well done. So, Farron, and through Farron you, because Farron's a figment of your imagination, you realize that going into a box canyon that's really tight, having any kind of mount really is not advantageous at all from a tactical standpoint. It dawns on you that these guys are... They're probably serving as like advanced scouts. They might also be there to warn the camp if someone tries to approach it. So should they happen to see you, what probably goes down is a couple of them go attack you to distract while the third one rides back to the camp and lets them know that you guys are coming. So if you want to attack them, it needs to be very precise, very surgical, very go in, kill your target, get out. Because this is going to get a lot harder if they become aware of you.
Well, I'm straight up going to say, if they know about us, we're not surviving this.
That is also probably an accurate statement. You guys have seen a lot of hobgoblins riding around, and if this is, like, it may not necessarily be their base camp, but if this is a camp, you can probably expect there'd be a lot of them. And there's only 4 of you, if we count the familiar.
Oh... Okay, that might be useful. I don't have Anhole prepared, damn it.
What would you cast Anthol for in this situation?
cast Enlarge Person on Farron, then Anthole, and then see if that's enough, and then uses his heroic strength to see if that gets his lift heavy enough to literally pick up the third one into the air and just drop him.
That would work, but Farron can. Farron can share spells with you. I was going to say, Farron's a native outsider, or not even, he's a true outsider now. But he shares spells with you, so I suppose it does work. He could be a small kitty.
That was like one of those sort of like sort of tactics I had prepared.
It's not bad.
But unfortunately, I don't have Anthole prepared because I don't have enough spell slots. Boo.
From the rest of where you guys are, the caves continue to go on for quite a while. There's
Can we continue moving through the caves?
You certainly can. Yeah. You might not be able to see it, but like where Farron is, you can go down and around. There's a lot of squeezing.
All right.
I can't even see Farron.
Yeah, Farron is technically like just out the kitty door.
Yeah, Farron is in. I mean, if we want to go deeper into the caves, I imagine Anru would be able to get us around pretty quickly because she knows caves.
It does feel kind of like home for Anru. It's a little too high up. There's a little less like giant mushrooms and strange purple and green stalagmites and stalactites, but it's
not enough mushroom beer.
Not enough mushroom beer. You drink the mushroom beer, you'll give to Hobgoblin. They will stop the fighting. You'll give them mushroom beer with Blackburn crystal too much. They very bad, very die. They stop stinking. They instead smell like a Zobu corpse. Attract many wolves. I like that NPC so much, I'm straight up playing him my next character.
Oh.
You want mushroom beer? Actually, it's draw poison. Haha. Anyway.
So, which direction is continuing the caves?
Farther. I'll just go ahead and bump you there, because Andrew has to do quite a bit of squeezing to get past.
Okay. Can I make some sort of knowledge check to try to figure which way would probably be the best to go? Because, having grown up in caves, echoes, and things like that, probably tell me which things would double back, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Dungeoneering local almost works for you just as well, in a strange twist of fate.
See, one sec, I'm trying to get to my skills real quick. I have nature.
Nature is also good for sure. Okay, so you're no longer second, by the way. You're not.
Okay, yeah.
So
that's too higher.
Okay, sure. With a 24, the canyon walls go up pretty high. About, like, you guys are pretty high off the ground, but they still go up probably like 60, 70, 80 feet on both directions. As far as which way to go, it tracks that this might take you all the way around. It might eventually stop. There may be ways going down. There may be ways going up. It's
so what? It's
kind of a thing that you would have to like actually see, really.
Yeah. So speaking back to my fellows, we could continue trying to go inside. Caves like these generally will double back on themselves. We could be going up for a while, and then it wind up being a path down into the deeper Underdark. We don't know until we actually go, but it could probably take us several hours to get through this. Whereas if we could stealthily do it up the side of the outside of the mountain, there's a chance for us to be seen. So shorter time outside with risk, longer time inside with the ability that it might all be for naught.
I think that the risk of compromise outweighs the risk of getting accident.
So which do you choose, inside or out? All right. Well, then I would continue trying to pathfind my way through here.
Alrighty. Well, that's what we're here to do for the next 3 hours, so great. I'll bump you forward because I can never tell where you guys can and can't squeeze through. So you could go straight there or you could go right.
Straight.
Alrighty, you do so. The passage turns around to the left. Do you want to continue forward?
Hand on the left wall, but I'm also looking for any breezes that might be coming through any of these passageways for openings out.
Sure. Yeah, as you get there, you definitely feel a breeze, as there's a pretty sizable... you guys kind of like... The cave does this as you're in the middle, and then it goes back down to where that's like a 5-foot step up, puts you in the caves.
I do have 50 foot of silk rope, so I am leaving some behind to make sure they take the right direction after me.
Very good.
It's basically attached to me, so they have a trail to follow.
Okay, understood.
I'm also trying to make sure that I remember which ways we've actually taken, so if we do have to backtrack beyond what the 50 foot of rope would allow us, I could try to remember.
Okay, sure. Makes sense.
I'm just making sure that in the immediate area they don't take a wrong turn.
For sure.
I'm gonna stick with Tiki.
Yes, sir.
Also, Tiki, we're no longer sickened as we're in the caves.
I had it taken off already.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I just noticed underneath your last roll. Sorry, my friend.
Yeah, he told me. I fixed it.
Get by with a little help from my friends.
Could you also move Farron along up here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Farron could, like, almost just go outside the cave, because he's high enough up there that nobody's going to see him unless they happen to look up, and even then he's really small. But the sensible thing is for Farron to just pull his head back, because he has to just back up and then fly his little cat self back over there. Hiei, want to join him?
Indeed.
Alrighty, you go there. And that's... From there, you can see... back from where you guys came.
How far up the mountain?
You guys are like, it goes up and then down again. So it's like a 5-foot step from here to the ground here. But you don't see the Izobu, you don't see the hobgoblins.
Alright, I would squeeze my way a little bit out to look down and make sure.
Okay. Make me another stealth check if you would, please.
Where is my sheet? Here you are.
That's good enough.
2 higher.
Understood. So you come in. You want to go just like right in front of Farron?
Yeah, I'm basically I'm still mostly inside the cave. I'm just looking out.
Okay, so you look out and you don't see anything. But the scent of Izobu is, make a fort save, overpowering. Like, almost like you're right on top of this thing as you stick your head up. There's too much of a, like, overhang to your right that you can't see him, but you definitely smell the thing.
Do you actually want that fort save?
Yeah, if you would. Yeah, we're close. But you passed the fort save.
Alright, I'd re-enter.
Okay, understood. The wind continues to be blowing from north to south, up to down on the board, so the Izobu doesn't smell you.
Okay. Re-entering the cave, is there any other path to take?
You could have, back the way you came, there was a go right or go straight, like backward, like go past Hiei ways. Like if you
We'd weave our way back through there.
Okay, go this way.
Sticking with Tiki. I think all of us are sticking with Tiki.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you guys get here, there is in addition to being a really teeny tiny itsy bitsy hole that like an obscuring mist vampire or Farron, or obscuring mist, a vampire in like mist form or bat form could squeeze through, and again Farron could move its way through. Maybe Tarask. It probably would hurt though. You can squeeze your way out that way. Other than that, make perception checks.
Perception checks, correct?
Yes, sir, if you would.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, that's a 3. Fair enough. 21 from Farron.
Nah.
Hiei, if you would. Yes, sir.
And there's no other pathway from this room?
You guys, Tarask misses it. Tarask is trying to figure out if he can squeeze through that little teeny tiny little bit there. But everybody else, as you move through, also, to be honest, Tarask probably misses it due to his height. All of you feel a rope brush up against your shoulders, and you look up, and a rope hangs from the ceiling, and above it there is a perfect circle, which seems to have been cut out of the side of the cave, or the top of the roof of the cave, rather. The rope is knotted and appears to be made of nothing super special. It's just like a hemp rope, but it's a very, very well put together, very lawful evil hobgoblin, if you will, put together. It leads up.
I didn't know we could define craftsmanship as an alignment.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Very orderly and well put together. It's actually just Asmodeus himself, the rope. It's the snake from the Garden of Eden. Would you like to climb?
Okay, so I would reach out to each person here, casting Levitate on them, and then I would use Levitate on myself and scurry my way up the rope.
Alrighty.
Because the levitation is just to make sure that we don't fall on our asses, because fall damage is not good.
Alright, so then would everybody make me a... Well, yeah, it's a very easy knotted rope. Tarask has to get kind of like a bit of a jump to grab it for how wee tiny he is. But the four of you are able to go to this part of the board, which is the loading screen. This is where I'll tell you that always be sure to save early and often. Remember, sell your items in town. All right.
Can we save now?
I have I have thought about in my games having like a quick save, quick load mechanic, but maybe next time, not this time. Okay, so as you guys come up here, it's a considerable climb up. It's even once you hit the, past that hole, there's a lot of, up, about probably, 50 feet, and then the passage, after you get to the top of that, there's a lot of crawling, or for Tarask, a lot of, crouch walking, a lot of Skyrim stealth. As it moves...
As needed, I would actually reach out and touch each of my fellows again, recasting the levitate.
Understood. The passage goes on for quite a while. You lose track of time moving forward, and it slowly turns to the right. Then it takes its way back down a little, and then you end up back down, up again, before it opens up into where you guys are now. You guys can hear, without perception checks, the sound of humanoid creatures moving around.
Okay. And how dark is it in here? Dark?
It's just as dark as it was before, yeah.
Oh, so it's dim in here, or just dark?
It's pitch dark.
Pitch dark, good.
Yeah.
But we all have dark vision, so...
You do.
Oh, I understand, but it actually comes down to a point where... we may have to actually throw down some deeper darkness and go gank a guy and run away.
Yeah. A war of attrition here isn't the worst idea, because you assume you're going to be pretty outnumbered.
Alright, so is right is the way, or is it left?
Left is the way. Right should contact a wall. Yeah. Well, technically right would take you back from whence you came.
Okay. So, hugging the wall, do I need to make a stealth check?
There's definitely humanoid forms moving around.
Okay, so stealth check it is.
Duly noted. And that's 2 higher?
Yes.
Alright, understood. You guys should be able to move your tokens from here. It opens up quite a bit.
So we need to roll stealth?
If you want to move quietly, yes. So I think old Tarask.
Wants to say Tarask just wants to sit down and just stay in the back. Because he's like, I don't sneak.
In all honesty, I wish we had a silence spell.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Oh, that's spellcraft for Aaron, not stealth.
Ooh. Like a leaf on the wind. Alright, so Anru can definitely see, just at the very edge of her line of sight, the form
I have 126 dark vision, so you know.
You do. That's fair. Okay, I'm going to bump this up, but remind me when we go back outside for me to turn it back down. Because it's set to 60 right now, so you don't see through snowstorm. Boom. That should change a lot.
Not very much.
Enough to where you can... Well, there's a wall at the end there, but there's definitely a hobgoblin moving around. He doesn't see you. Not unlike the ones you guys fought outside the monastery. His skin is green. His eyes are just bright yellow. He almost looks like a scrawny orc, as opposed to a hobgoblin. Fangs hang out, big ol' goblin ears jet forward, but he's dressed like a hobgoblin from Kowling.
And are there any differentiating marks making him different from the others? He's by himself, I assume?
He appears to be by himself. He's just kind of like, I won't necessarily move the token a bunch, but he's just pacing around. As far as differentiating marks, make a knowledge local check. See what you can or can't determine here. Okay. So, usually, when one thinks the hobgoblins of Kowling, you think the very ordered, very well-structured, brutally efficient military. This guy's armor is hanging at awkward angles. His sword, which just kind of looks like just a really crappy wakizashi that hasn't been maintained, hangs loosely at his side. All hobgoblins are pretty bandy-legged. His kind of like, he almost just slouches forward. You've heard that they're from Kuratama last session a bit about how there might be a bit of Oni blood in these hobgoblins. You've heard them howl and carry on like rabid wolves. He's definitely not the run-of-the-mill Kowling hobgoblin, and this one seems pretty low on the totem pole.
He's facing away, or he's walking back and forth?
He's just like pacing in that 10x10 square. Mostly just looking at his feet. Sometimes he'll like draw his sword and like spin it around awkwardly in his hand, grumble a little.
Do we want to go Metal Gear Solid on him? Just start tossing rocks at walls till he comes over here.
Everyone grabs a cardboard box and puts it over their heads.
I was actually contemplated taking my speed tincture, casting darkness on a pebble while it's closed in my hand so that the darkness does not escape, and then throwing it, running up, and stabbing him in the back. Or having you or someone else throw it, and me running up and stabbing him in the back, or smacking him in the back of the head, or otherwise.
Seems good. You guys can definitely also hear several booted feet moving around. He's definitely not the only one. He's just the only one you can see right now.
Okay, so I'm going to have Farron move forward a bit, if that's okay.
Sure.
I'll have Farron start moving. Oh,
now.
Yeah, so
I'm going to roll some perception checks. Farron rolled really, really well. So I have to crit to see you, and I don't. So there are two hobgoblins to Farron's left. Farron can just kind of see the one, but there's definitely another one, and they're all the same. Very bestial, very just like rabid wolves dressed as wolves in hobgoblins' clothing, if you would. They don't see you.
All right, then. I'll relay this information to the rest of the group.
Another hobgoblin moves up.
You can see out of Farron's eyes, correct?
Yeah. He is a figment of my imagination, after all.
Okay.
As everybody loves to point out.
Have him show you what the other ones look like.
The other ones look exactly like the one or look similar to the ones you can see. Like, I can't tell any differentiation between them.
Yeah, they look pretty much exactly the same.
Okay, so none that actually look like they might be a leader.
Right.
No.
Alright, well, we have a choice now. Do we want to just go up and start killing everything, or do we actually want to try to get past them? Because I don't think there's a way.
As Farron moves forward, Farron sees that water there in the corner is not frozen, despite how cold it is.
I'll relay that information. Perhaps it's some... Does it look like Can I roll a perception to see if Farron notices anything about the water?
You certainly may.
Well, is it flowing, for that matter? Because flowing water doesn't freeze.
18.
It's not flowing. It appears more like a natural hot spring that happens to be just like slapped in here. You'd have to get closer, but it looks pretty clear.
Oh, if only there was an goblins here, we could go on a nice little hot spring dip, get all of our magic and whatnot regenerated, because this is a video game, right? That's how this stuff works.
Of course.
I'll relay that information to you guys about it being like a hot spring.
Okay, well, looking to Hiei, your thoughts, murder spree, or try to get past them? Because I don't think we can.
It's Farron. Where are you rolling?
I'm rolling a d4 to determine the direction, and a d4 to determine how many squares. So I rolled a 3, so up, right, down, this guy moves 1 square down. These guys just kind of pass each other. They still don't... Well, that one is entitled to a new perception check. Because he is new to the area, he still doesn't see you. That Farron is just a ghost. And Farron, like, they technically, like, there's no line of sight, but Farron can fly. The ceiling here is about, like, 30 feet up. The caves have opened up quite a bit.
I would ready my speed tincture.
Already.
Does it look like these guys... I'll bring this information forward to the rest of them and kind of introduce the idea of, like... One keeps walking in Farron's direction.
If he keeps moving as he is, he's going to find your thing, and then our choice will be taken for us. So make a decision now.
That one is blocked from the rest of his comrades. If you can get him quietly, that would be a good idea. He is not in their direct line of sight.
Alright, I drink my potion.
Alrighty.
And on the next turn action, I'm going to run up behind the guy and try to hit him in the back of the head with my torch.
Okay. Do you want to try to maintain stealth as you do so?
Well, let me see if I have enough movement to do so.
Yeah, do you want to do anything about this?
I'm just going to have my bow ready.
Okay.
All right, my movement is 50, so I don't have half speed. Okay. If you want to give me a higher DC for quarter speed or for 3/4 movement, I mean that would work. But otherwise, I'm gonna have to just run up and hit him.
Okay. You're pretty sure because you're on the ground. If like, it's the fact that there's that rock face moving up there. Will like, there's nothing to put between his line of sight and you, so he will see you, as well as the ones on the left.
Yeah,
Farron
I know
can
this.
fly, so it's. Farron can communicate back. There's definitely 3 more hobgoblins down the road to the left. You hear some more, but they're probably farther down. Like their footfalls echo throughout the cave.
All right. Well, then as soon as his back is faced to me, I'm gonna run up and hit him in the back of the head.
Alrighty. He moves 4. He turns off this way.
And I'm gonna wait.
Okay, understood.
Wait, that might give you an opportunity to try and sneak up to him a bit better.
Actually, I can move here.
Okay.
Nope. No, I can't.
And as you do that, those hobgoblins do see you. Let's take initiative.
Unfortunate.
Poop!
Boop!
Couldn't see her. I couldn't see around the corner. Sorry.
I mean, I thought I told you multiple times.
You didn't explain the shape of the cave. I thought it all went left.
No. Okay. Sure.
Hey, it's not like you knew I couldn't see it.
Alrighty, Farron's got himself a 25. Booking it.
I also get a +2 on that, so I'm a 27.
And you've critically hit it. Fair enough. Okay, understood. Oh, where'd you go? There you are.
Since I critted initiative, do I have a surprise round on people?
You know what? Yeah, sure. That seems good. I was gonna flavor it as something else, but I like that better. You run up and they see you, and they begin just like they throw their head back, like,
Alright,
kill her! But you're
Alright,
fast
so
enough that you're gonna get there first. So you get one extra action, a la a surprise round.
Alright, so that would be here and trying to attack him.
All right, sure.
Hold on, where is it? Lost my sheet for a sec, sorry.
It's all good. Let me roll for my boys. What do I add? I add a number. Let me tell you, it's a good number, and we add it to our... Let's do.
Onru, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Smacking that
That's
dude.
Farron.
Oh.
Her drow nature
That's
comes
my
out at last.
familiar!
I could... No, actually, it would be over here then, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty obvious.
I don't know whose tokens is what tokens.
That's a cat!
Kill the
I
kitty.
can't see it.
Okay.
Alrighty, now I'm set up. Okay, so you move there, you swing at him, you have a 19 against his flat-footed, definitely connects for 9 points of bludgeoning. It doesn't feel
Sneak
good.
or no?
Yeah, he's flat-footed.
Okay, so that would be an extra d6. Give me a sec. I'm having to pin my sheet real quick so it doesn't run away.
It's all good.
There we go. Roll. Alright, that's the extra damage.
Alrighty, that is duly noted. You come up on him, you crack him in the face. You would get an extra attack because you get the surprise round, which is so you've done a move and a standard, so you'd have an extra move or standard. He reels back, howling. He doesn't look good. This guy looks like just kind of the cannon fodder of the army.
Yeah, he's still flat-footed for the whole round, so I'll smack him again.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Pop.
27 connects, and the 12 bludgeoning damage is enough for you to flavor that kill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna crack him in the head, best his skull.
And so
I
it
don't
happens.
really have a flavor for it.
It just kind of run up 1-2, and he drops like a sack of potatoes. I shall move him down here, and I'm gonna do like the IOPC does, and I'm gonna put all the dead enemies in the corner. They're in time out, and that way you guys can see eventually how many of these you take down. Anywho, what's Farron got? Farron can have his own initiative. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
He technically doesn't, but it is what it is. Actually, no, it didn't. It is not what it is not. Farron is actually. That's when Tarask goes. You guys should have the same mod.
My apologies then.
It's all good. Farron and Tarask, you're up.
Oh, so I just get to use Farron's? Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys should be rolling the same initiative modifier.
Technically he has 2 higher than me for some reason.
Weird.
I think it's yeah. Okay.
Well, you'd still be next to the 23.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had DMs say that roll both, and you take y'all both go on whichever was higher.
I'm just gonna move right here. See that guy? 55 feet. Do I have anything that can hit him within 55 feet? I think I do. That's Farron's character sheet. Need to stop touching his character sheet.
I will hit him with my cat.
Oh.
Swing a living cat. See
I
if it
don't think
works a
that
little better.
works.
I mean,
I don't think that works, unfortunately.
Give Farron to the improvised weapon character in the party. Y'all figure it out. Any extra damage the item or cat in this case would take from like contacting things is probably mitigated by Farron's DR. So
Oh yeah, fair enough.
it's like DR unless you contact an evil wall.
So I'm attacking with an improvised cat flail.
I mean, I won't say no.
I'm gonna use my light crossbow. I haven't used that in forever.
Yes, sir.
Bring that up. Aim and fire at that guy.
What we got? A 7 does not hit. You bring up your crossbow and fire. It instead pings off the wall.
Damn it. Sorry. I'm gonna then use my 5 feet of movement to back up just one.
Okay, understood. Farron, want to do anything?
Farron is going to fly. Can he fly at half speed to keep his stealth?
You certainly can. So that'd be a fly speed of 45. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna go right there.
Nice. Is that all?
Yep.
All right, EA, what you got for us?
I'm gonna move up with my bow going.
Okay.
Don't see anything there, so I'm gonna move up some more.
Are we supposed to be able to see through each other's tokens? Or I can see through... I think I can still control Hiei's token for some reason.
Can you? You should be able to.
Yeah, I can.
Well, we should still be able to be seeing everybody else's light, but
Yeah.
No, I can see like through his eyes and move his token.
Oh, weird.
oh no, that's weird.
It's probably in here. It might be set up to where he's controlled by all players.
Right.
He can be edited and
the
controlled by all
overmap.
players. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, when we were moving on the overworld map.
That is right. There, that should fix it.
Now I'm gonna just go to the deadly aim at this one.
Yes, sir. A 20 definitely connects. Oh, yeah. 6 points of damage. The arrow embeds in his chest. He turns, sees you, unless you want to try to make a stealth with a -20 to, like, duck behind the wall. Just... Get the others! Kill them! Now! Bring them before our leader! Is that all? Alrighty. This hobgoblin is going to have a straight line to Hiei. Possibly. Oh, sit down, buddy. We wanted the ruler. Yeah, he's got a straight line to Hiei. This one does not. So this one's going to charge Hiei. He kind of... Well, the straight line has to be in terms of squares, so he can't. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
The token, you
What?
can right click while you're holding left click to move the token, and then it'll stamp out the movement.
Nice. Unfortunately, my right mouse button is a little sad, so I have to sit here and, like, before I can get the right mouse button to go off, so...
Q. If the right mouse button is just off for you.
Oh yeah, Q is a thing. Q. That's so cool. He'll move... Both of them are going to move right here. That's a double move for both of them, so they don't get to attack.
I think the one that's got a straight line can charge, can't he?
Doesn't the straight line have to be in, like, in terms of squares?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
I
no?
thought it was literally a line drawn from you to a target.
Oh, fair enough. In that case, charge he certainly will. He draws his really crappy-looking wakizashi, and he's going to do what he can. Getting a plus this, so it's a... Oop, it's a 13 to hit Hiei.
That is a miss.
That hits, did you say?
That's a miss.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm like, whoa, what have we done? You guys hear from somewhere farther down in the canyon just... What am I fighting? I see an Azimar. I've seen what appears to be a pretty human woman. I've read Hiei's backstory. Just, human girl, come! We kill it now! And several more hobgoblins. Some of them probably just take the run action, can't they? Some of these aren't on 10, 15, 25, 35, 10, 15, 25, 35, 10, 15. So he can't, that's as far as he can go. This one will move up there. Yeah, these guys are all kind of dumb. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20. You guys hear the sounds of several booted feet moving down the cave in your direction. Five, 10, 15, 22. I have to say it quietly so my players won't hear it. And that is it. Henri, what's up?
That's half my movement.
Okay. So that would provoke from this guy.
I couldn't see what the token was. Once I actually see it, I'd stop there instead of here.
Okay, that's fair. You certainly may.
It's fine.
hits.
So,
Alrighty, what we have? I've covered up the tag of 15 in... might hit. Does 15 hit you, big guy? 15 does not hit. It just barely misses. It bounces off his armor. That was a lot of damage. Well done.
can I... You know what? I'll go ahead and pop the hero point. I don't think I'm really going to have any other good uses for it. I'll pop it to increase the AC, or increase the to hit.
Okay, understood. So you increase it by 4. That does connect. 15 damage is assigned. You are flanking with Hiei, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
How you
There's a line through the creature to him, so I am flanking.
Yeah.
No, the line has to go through the center of the square to determine flanking.
Fair. Okay, never mind. No sneak attack damage. They definitely, like, your torch as you come around careens with the side of that guy's head, and it's, again, you just, all these...
He also did not see me at the start of my combat. Is there any way he might have been flat-footed to that?
He would see you now.
Okay, I understand.
Because, like, in that square, there's no line of sight, but he definitely doesn't look good. Farron, what you got? I shouldn't say Farron. Tarask / Farron.
Just gonna quickly, like, holster, I guess. Or just drop the crossbow for all intents and purposes.
Okay.
I'm going to then pick up one of my, just quickly grab out of my pocket one of the hammer power stones that I had prepared. And I'm just gonna do a good old-fashioned, step up to right here. Oh god, there's more of them.
There are several. They're all running your direction.
Gonna attack this one right next to Hiei with a hammer.
Okay.
The hammer.
With the hammer.
A hammer. Yeah, hammer psionic power. So let me quickly find where it is in my thing.
All right. Just put the hammer down, man. Lay it down.
You want him to put the hammer down?
Okay.
That's right.
Alrighty. So this is from a scroll. Is that correct?
Max damage.
It's from yeah, basically from a scroll.
Okay.
And
so what this provoke?
It does. I'm not actually sure if it does or don't.
It doesn't state.
It says it's equivalent to a scroll, but the only difference being is you don't actually have to be able to read it.
That's fair. He can just grab it and sure, that's fine. It doesn't provoke, but a 6 doesn't hit his touch.
Dang it.
It probably doesn't. Right? I assume my touch is at least... Yeah, okay. I have at least 6 touch. You fire the hammer. Tarask is a little, like you said, he's pretty shaken up. You turn the corner. Here come these 5 hobgoblins howling. The ones behind him are, like, swinging their swords over their head like this in a very uncivilized hobgoblin fashion.
Acrobatics check to move away from this guy so he doesn't attack me?
You have used technically, you need spring attack for that. So you moved and you activated the thing with a standard action, so it would pass to Hiei as the hammer connects with the ceiling.
I thought the ceiling was like 30 feet.
Yeah, you missed real bad, dude. You missed, like, quite a bit.
How did I hit some that's 30 feet away with a touch attack?
Oh, fair.
It just happens, man.
I didn't know if it was, I didn't realize it was a touch. Okay, in that case, you hit...
Just happens.
Oh, I see it.
What happens?
Instead, you hit the wall. That makes... I thought it was a ranged touch. I don't know why. Because I'm not used to psionics. Anyway, Hiei. These 2 hobgoblins are up. There's 3 more behind them. You hear more still.
Holding the boat in one hand, I'm actually going to do a couple of kicks with the flurry of blows here at the one I shot.
Okay.
Maybe trying to kick that arrow that shunted into him deeper.
Oh. Ooh. Seems good.
And I'll make this a power attack on that, or bronze strike, however you want to roll it. They're kind of the same thing now.
Yeah, basically the same. No difference here. The 15 misses, but the 22 hits. And he takes 5 more damage. And you well and truly do. Like, the first attack you swing, and rather than hit the arrow, you like your fist hits his breastplate and does nothing. And then like you're kicking the foot, like you kind of like 1-2, and the 1 doesn't get anywhere, but you get like enough of a balance to where the 2 can come down, and the arrow does push forward a little. The hobgoblin reels back, coughs a little bit, green blood begins coming out of his mouth, but he's still standing. And if that is all, hobgoblins go. Let me see what all exactly. Well, let's resolve these 5 first. I'm gonna 5-foot step. I'm gonna 5,
okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoop, 30. He goes there. I know I just danced a bunch. And then 5-foot step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he moves, he draws a really crude-looking javelin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, they have short bows. That makes more sense. They move there. These 3 here, all 3, are gonna just... They turn, they see the drow, they just... Kill her! She killed brothers! Now, go! The first attack's a natural 20. And then it's a 10 to hit. And another natural 20 to hit. With no means of
mitigating. To confirm.
Natural 20s don't have to confirm. Natural 20s are automatic. Everything else does, I think.
I thought you had to still confirm which 20s.
And the wrong.
You have to confirm the crits.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I thought natural 20s automatically confirmed. It's because I've been playing so much of the playtest. So then it's a 19 to confirm and a 22 to confirm.
Oh.
I have a 22 currently, so one of them confirms.
Okay, so then that means I roll this many d6, because we want to double the dice now rather than double the total mod, plus mod and a half, which is awkward because one of them crit and one of them didn't. So that's that much. So from 2 attacks, if you have any form of damage reduction or the like, it's 17 points of damage. These 2 are gonna... I'm sorry? You're still super quiet, man.
Big hit.
Delta, my dude, you were like...
Yeah, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Inaudible.
I'm pretty sure I can fix it in post, but right now I can't hear you.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, now I'm going to, with my short bow, or excuse me, it is a long bow. I was reading this incorrectly. The first attack. Do I have? I don't think I can see.
Is this a microphone?
Ah, there you go.
Yes.
That's a microphone.
For some reason, the computer is not defaulting to my webcam. It's defaulting to my headphones microphone.
Ah, weird. So you just grab your headphones like, is this a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome to the party, my friend. Now I'm going to shoot at you. And I have a 4 to hit, and a natural 1. So this attack...
Yay!
I'm going to roll a d3. The first attack misses you really wide. The second one, he deflects.
I imagine
Good.
the first hit, the first attack, is kind of like, you know how when Trunks sheathed his sword and he just sort of tilted his head to the side?
Yeah.
And just let it go in? Just shoop.
The second attack... I'm actually going to let you flavor that kill on the second attack, because I rolled a d3 to determine which hobgoblin I actually hit, and I hit the one with one hit point, so I can't not kill him.
Gotcha.
So there's some kind of... I was going to say you get a free deflect arrows, and you just ping, and it, like, into his chest.
That's beautiful.
Fair enough. And that hobgoblin dies a horrible, sad death. Our first confirmed fratricide here at Tale of Three Dragons. That might be the name of the episode. Call it, like, confirmed fratricide. Make all the YouTube people think that there was some bad PvP go down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have to get quiet here, because if I keep counting, you guys will know how many there are. You hear just the sounds of more just coming down the cave in your direction. Is that everybody? That's all the people. All right, Anru. Both the hobgoblins, hey, you just kind of like They swing, you dodge the first one, but in dodging the first one, you connect with the other two that cut into you, and it's like as soon as this guy hits and his yellow eyes get real wide with the excitement of bloodlust, that's when the arrow sprouts from behind him, and he just kind of collapses.
Flurry.
Yes, sir. 22 and 18 are both good.
Ignore the ones on those, because it was an unlit torch.
Okay,
I just hit
understood.
the wrong one.
All right, who's your target on the first attack?
The first attack will be the one directly in front of me.
Alrighty, if you'd like to flavor that kill, you may do so.
I will knock it, and then follow up. I'll be hitting him in the chest with the other one to knock him into his ally as my damage.
Fair enough. We'll
Basically
take it.
hit him into his friend.
And as he falls into his friend, he like bounces a little off his friend's shoulder, and like he leans back, and there's a sickening crack as the neck of this hobgoblin breaks. That was max damage. That was very well done. The second one, you hit him, and he's not looking good either. He's still standing, but like he looks over. He's almost more pissed at his friend than he is at you as your torch like hits his jaw. The sound of his jaw breaking echoes throughout the cavern. Teeth go everywhere. Is that all?
That's what I got.
Farron and Tarask.
If you have a way of healing, I have 4 hit points.
Come behind you, shove a healing potion down your throat.
It works.
I'm tempted to call for an acrobatics check, but I'll let Anru lean back.
Alright, then that's a 1d8 plus 2, as I will be using one of my second level cure potion to cure light wounds.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
You roll or me?
I'll roll, since I'm administering it. Eight points of health.
Awesome.
Nice, well done.
Yeah. And then Farron is going to continue saying no
Yeah, you're right. That isn't pleasant.
with... Yeah, now you know how I feel. With, that he's just gonna... Farron's gonna continue being stealth up in the thing, but I'm gonna move him here so I have a constant overview of what's going on in this angle.
Seems good. If that's all, several more hobgoblins begin running down the cavern in your direction.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought there were even more for a second there.
Oh, there are.
Lovely.
He's going to move here and then take a precise shot at this guy.
Is there?
Deadly aiming.
Deadly aiming. $22 definitely hits. Nice. Well, 6 points of damage. If you would be so kind, flavor that kill.
I basically just kind of step over. After kicking that arrow into the other guy, and then very calmly, just drawing this short bow back that I have and catching him in the eye.
And so it does, and he just
almost like a casual execution.
And like a sack of potatoes, he collides with, well, this is Pathfinder Japan, like a sack of rice. He kind of just like slumps into the floor. This seems to not deter his fellow hobgoblins as they continue to just 20, 25, 30. Let me grab everybody else. 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now I have to be quiet again, or you will know how many there are. Okay, so now we can move the ones that are closer that haven't done anything yet. If I grab somebody and move them twice, keep me honest out there. 10, 15, 20. Drawing his wakizashi as he does so. 20. They both draw their wakizashis. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
These hobgoblins move smartly.
They do.
What are their intelligence scores? That's what I need to know.
Knowledge check is a free action on your turn. 30. I may have moved him twice. Oops. But I don't think I did. I feel like I didn't. If I did, he got a free double move. It really kind of did nothing. And now I attack Hiei with a d20 plus this because I'm using my wakizashi and a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, my friend.
For 3 damage. It's a very rusty, sad-looking, in Hiei's opinion, probably a very dishonorable-looking weapon. Carrying this thing into war is a disgrace. But it hurts when it hits you. As for Onru, a 13 is not enough as this guy swings, and Onru now knows the bite of the rusty wakizashi, and she's able to, like, turn, pivot the blade, like, it almost gets, like, into Tarask's face as he's leaning forward to help, and he's like, ah! And that's what we got, Onru.
Alright, I'm gonna make an acrobatics check to try to get on the other side.
Alright, sure. So that's a CMD plus... $22. I forget exactly what the DC is for this, but I'm sure you beat it.
I think it's CMD.
CMD.
Yeah, just his total CMD, nothing else.
Yep.
All right, then in that case, it's effortless for Honor to just kind of like flip past him. They see you, they look at you, they want to swing, but they don't waste their attack of opportunity. They just kind of like futilely swing their blades.
+2 from flank, plus sneak attack.
Yes, sir. That is enough. Flavor that kill.
Basically, want to smack him and turn his head horizontal to his body.
And so it does. It's just... He looks kind of owlish now as he collides with the floor, which, as he does so, like, his ear catches with a stalagmite, and it's enough to, like, turn it another, like, 15 degrees. It's brutal. Never have I ever seen so many things die to a torch in the Pathfinder role-playing game. If that's all...
That's what I got.
It's time for the cat and the rat. Oh, it's hilarious that I gave you a cat familiar.
I know. You just know,
Nice.
It's Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question for... I'm gonna... Alright. The thing is that if I want to move... That if these guys go after me and they want to try and flank me, then they'll both get into a position where they could take attacks of opportunity from Hiei. So it's in my best interest to move to here. I'll 5-foot step here.
Sure.
And then use another one of my power stones to once again try and hit this guy in front of me with a hammer.
Alright, you got this.
Poop.
A 15, It's a touch attack? Or do you need to break his... Okay, that does hit.
That's just a touch attack. Yeah, and it does 3 points of force damage.
So it's...
Not much.
Is this from another stone, or is this from you using a side power? Okay, so then you, like, move up. And I imagine, like, as you punch, you have to shatter the stone, and that's where, like, you hit, and... Like, Tarask himself is not a very big guy. He's pretty meek. But when it connects, like, the force ripples through his skin. He seems mostly okay. Like, it causes him to stumble a little. He looks at you and just... Little rat good on stick! Burn over fire! Eat it now! Is that all?
Mouth is shut, mouth is shut, mouth is shut, mouth is shut. That's all I'm saying to you right now is that my mouth is freaking zipped.
Fair enough.
Wait, I wasn't gonna...
Oh, yeah, Farron has actions. I'm sorry. That is correct.
Well, I don't think Farron's gonna do anything, because... He's got 4 HP. Poor guy. He's not a combat familiar.
Oh, he's not. Because he has a 4th of your HP as a figment, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's
no, he
fair.
doesn't even get a 4th, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure he gets a 4th as a figment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's really small.
He gets 1/4 of your total hit points. He comes back,
Yeah.
but 1/4.
Yeah.
He's got DR5 over, I think it's good or silver on a Sylvanshi in it. Evil or silver. It'd be weird if good broke it, yeah. So it's...
Yeah.
It might not hit you.
When I
Anyway.
have more spell slots and whatnot, and I can buff him a bit more. He'll be hella good.
Fair enough. Hiei, what's up?
Alright, I'm gonna do some flurry of kicks here
Okay.
against the staff.
Yay.
This is another reason why bow monks are my favorite. Gets in your face, kick him in face, and 8 and 9 both
No!
fail to connect. It's...
Yeah, not happening this round.
I feel like a lot of my flavor text is like hosing Tarask, and that's not what I'm trying to do. But like the force of the hammer hitting the goblin or the hobgoblin and pushing it back is enough to cause Hiei's kicks to both miss because he stumbles just enough to get out of the way.
I like to think I'm just hitting him in the chest with the stone, and as I'm doing so, the stone breaks and releases the force into him.
That's also where
There was bat guano on the floor. Okay, he slipped.
accurate.
Oh,
That's all from
Baron
Hiei.
is unhappy.
Hobgoblins, the last one. You guys can hear now. There's no more echoing anything.
That's not encouraging.
30.
Oh no!
These three are all going to have their longbows out. These two are going to... they're smart enough to not provoke. They have things. 5, 10, 15, 20. I would like to attack Tarask twice.
Doesn't that still provoke?
It does not, because he moved.
Nope, not the way you move.
So first attack is a 19 to hit.
19.
Remember
is
you have
just
mage
my
armor.
AC.
It just hits it.
Did
Is
you
that
remember
right?
your mage armor?
Yeah, because my mage armor puts it up to 19.
Okay, so then I just hit you, and then the 13 misses.
Yeah.
The first attack, the one in front of you, it hits your mage armor, and as it happens, it glances off. But it's enough force at you to push you back into the other one for a grand total of... where is my anything? Yeah, it's that. Okay, that's what I thought. Neither one of those are within range for a grand total of maximum damage. 8 damage.
I knew I was gonna
Ooh.
get maxed.
This one will charge Hiei.
Even with my mouth shut, I still die.
18 to hit Hiei.
I can't win.
18 is not hit.
Alrighty, fair enough. These three are all three going to... They still don't see Farron, and honestly, Farron's not the threat here. They're not the brightest hobgoblins in the box of hobgoblins, but the hobgoblins in a box is weird. Whatever, you get the
Buy
point.
hobgoblins in bulk.
Go to Sam's Club, get some bandy-legged, long-armed, gray-skinned
No.
dudes.
Go to Costco and get some pizza while you're there.
And pizza doesn't sound bad. Maybe after this stream I'll go find a pizza. I still haven't found a good pizza joint in KC. If you're watching this and you're from the Kansas City area, I need to know where the best pizza is. Let me know. Anyway, first attack is a 16, and then I have a natural 20, confirming, 12 to confirm, doesn't confirm, and a 6. So one critical and a bunch of glaring misses as they 1, 2, 3 at Onru. She kind of matrixes in place. You see the one arrow, and it's going to collide with your throat, and you're able to turn into it, so it just kind of embeds with it. You literally take it on the chin, which is good. For this many damages, not tripled, a single point of damage. It was almost
You
3.
did not. You did not confirm the crit, did you?
I did not, no. I rolled a 20 and then hit you, and then a 12 to confirm, so it doesn't confirm, it's just regular damage.
Okay.
So 1d8 plus
1.
nothing. Yeah, we did it. It tingles slightly, and now it's your turn. As this glances off your chin, and you can feel your blood kind of it's a little more than a cat scratch, but not as bad as it could have been had it collided with your throat. You can see Farron gets stabbed in, and somebody swings at Hiei.
I don't think I liked that. Flurry.
Alrighty, a 13 misses, but a 22 does hit. Assuming we're targeting that guy.
Yep.
that is enough. It's free to flavor that kill before the sneak attack.
Just dude, turn his neck sideways. I'm not really flavoring the kills. I just want them dead.
Fair enough.
They're not boss.
At this point, Andrew's just go away, and it falls over. It collapses.
Yeah. I think Enru's no longer in let's make this look fancy. Just get out of my way.
Fair enough. Is there a move action? 5-foot step.
I already made my 5-foot step to get into position.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, sure. In that case, Tarask, you're up. You and Farron.
Okay. I'm going to turn around to the fellow behind me. I presume he doesn't look hurt at all.
Yeah, no, nothing's really hurt him.
I'm gonna be smart. How long does this last? That only lasts one blank per blank. Don't want to use it. How long does this last? One blank per blank. Kind of a bit late to use them. I'm just gonna turn around and use another one of my hammer stones because it's just like, this is the best thing I got going for me at the moment. That being said, I'm casting a crap ton of spells without actually using any of my power points. So hey, magic item crafter for the win.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
12 with a touch attack to hit.
A 12 just hits his touch. 4 damage is assigned. This guy stabs into you, and you turn around and just like instinctively, withdrawing another one of these power stones, just brrr, and it like you like get him under the arm. It shakes. He doesn't like drop his weapon or anything. I will say, now that I look back at our Discord chat, these do seem not the worst in the world to sunder with. It's I think force damage.
Yeah.
Force damage breaks hardness. I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. Sonic does for sure.
And the augment, for every power point I spend, I can use the melee attack an additional time.
Oh, damn.
And for every 2 I do, it increases the 1d8 up. So this is like a really good like Gish spell for Scions.
Yeah,
basically, this is the psionic equivalent of the Gish spell.
I can get behind that. Does Farron have any actions?
Yeah, Farron's gonna break concealment.
Sure.
Gonna get down to me, and Farron is going to use lay on hands to
max damage.
Give me 6 points of healing. Yeah.
Nice. I forget that Sylvantians can do that.
Yeah, once per day.
Nice. Fair enough.
Yeah.
If that is all.
And then Farron's gonna fly. Can Farron continue to fly after that?
I think no. I think it's kind of like spring attack. Like once you use standard action, you
he needs spring attack.
All right. Well, Farron would
spring attack to lay on hands, fly by. Or I guess you would need flyby attack to just fly by and just like.
Yeah, you actually would.
Well, then Farron's in my square, I guess.
Understood. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, if you want to decrease it, I know if you hold down like Alt key when you're messing with it as a GM, you can shrink the tokens.
That's fair. It is what it is. We know where you are. Kia, what's up?
Fair enough.
Okay, so he is going to do a basically like a spinning kick as my part of my flurry or whatever.
Ooh, nice.
So just one attack and then the next one.
Duly noted.
The first one and then.
Ooh.
Okay. Confirm.
So.
Well, not a miss, but a non-confirm.
We won't worry about the natural one on a confirmation roll. That's not that big a deal. It just doesn't confirm. But a 21 and a 25 definitely both hit.
Okay, so the first damage, which would be the one at that's at the cat thing.
Hmm?
You mean attacking me? Oh.
Damage.
Riff.
And then 3 damage at the guy who charged me.
Understood.
If I just sort of do a spin and catch both of them in the jaw.
And it definitely collides one of them almost. Like, it's not unlike what you saw happen to Onru. You almost kick the dude in the throat, but he kind of like... You misjudge it a little because he's behind you and you come around and instead you just kind of get him like in the ear.
Yeah.
Which
and
still
then I'll
hurts.
5 foot this way.
Understood. Hobgoblin's turn. I would like to attack Farron. I'm going to 5-foot step here. We're going to attack Farron. Farron seems to be the squishier one.
Too smart.
They are pretty smart. Where? There it is. I wasn't sure what I added. So first swing, the one to your north has an 8 to hit, and then a 15 misses as well. I'm pretty sure.
His Farron's AC is exactly 15.
No, I'm not attacking Farron. I'm sorry. I'm attacking Tarask, not Farron. I see it as Farron on the initiative.
Okay, yeah, no, both of those miss me.
Fair enough.
Because my AC is actually pretty high, because I'm a small mage, thankfully.
Yeah, that's fair. 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Don't need to worry about them
30.
weapon dice when all you mess with is spells.
Absolutely. And this one charges. All three of these guys are going to attack Onru. First attack is a 14, second attack is a 5. So the ones that don't charge, just one of them swings up and you duck, and the other one swings low, and you just kind of play jump rope with it. And even on its best day, there was no way. There was no way. And then the charging guy has a 14, which he also, like, in the jump, you kind of, like, he's smaller than you. You can't Yoda him. You just kind of, like, you jump, hit his hand, double jump a little. They never had a chance. You're on.
The one that had the gall to face me face to face.
Is there?
Is the... Yep.
Straight on in the middle.
No!
Ooh.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, but the second one.
Oh my god, that was a natural 20 with a natural 20 to confirm.
Ooh.
Exploding dice.
Yeah.
If we
Suddenly
if
we're
we
playing
did have
Fate.
exploding dice.
We're not Fate, we're playing Open Legend.
We're not playing that, because then one of us will die, because then Tommy...
No.
The second
And
one.
then you did max damage and then almost max damage on... Jesus.
I maxed everything.
Oh. Alright, so what is Onru fighting with right now? 2 torches, a torch in each hand? Or the double torch?
No, same torch.
Okay, so I'm
literally just hitting them with that same torch.
I'm gonna say with the natural one you drop it. But the crit does happen, and it's more than enough. Do you want to flavor that kill? Because that's like triple his hit points.
I dropped dropped the torch, but in response to it, I will basically drop to the ground with my foot coming up and like backflip backwards. So I'm doing a somersault kick to snap kick his face.
And that happens. You catch him right here, and it collides, and there's another sickening crack resounds. It doesn't. This sickening crack lives in the cavern. I'm so good at English. He's dead. Is that all?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I can't even pick up my torch.
Fair enough, Tarask.
So Farron is going to make an acrobatics roll to just like fluck up into the ceiling to get away from all of this. Balokna.
Easy enough. Just boop.
Yeah. So 30 feet up
Sure.
to get up to the top of the ceiling, and then he'll move over there.
Okay.
He's got 90 feet of fly with good mobility. I don't think I need to exactly count the numbers on that one.
Yeah, he's
then
fine.
Tarask is going to take a 5-foot step to position himself here.
Okay.
And
Actually, if you 5 foot here, you get flanking.
That is
5
true.
foot. Yeah, but I'm a mage.
It's
I don't
diagonal.
wanna be-
Pretty sneaky, sis.
I mean, but at the same time, I'm a mage. I'm not exactly... I don't have the hit points at the moment. Well,
That's fair.
I don't feel like I do. I probably have better hit points than I give myself credit for having +3 con, but...
That's a very good con for the average caster, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually going to hit this dude with, this dude right here with my, quarterstaff. I haven't used this, like, the entire time.
Alright, sure.
I actually picked this up off of someone that tried to kill me, I think. So yeah.
How do you have 1 1/4?
I don't know.
How you do this?
It's a double. I don't know if that makes it weird for...
Oh, I see. So what's happening is
1/4 strength.
1/4? Yeah, I guess. That's weird. I guess it's treating it like you're hitting it like 1, 2. It takes 1 point of damage, is what I'm seeing, I think.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Okay, so...
It's double?
That's weird.
A quarterstaff is a double weapon.
And the double weapon says that like you can use it like 2-weapon fighting. You can 1, 2. What's your strength mod?
1.
1. Okay, so we'll resolve that tie by me rolling, and it does 3 damage. And you step, and you just kind of like crack this dude in the knee. If that's all, Hiei.
All right. Same deal, except I'm going to kick him,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do a 5-foot step, and then kick this one.
Understood. $16 does hit. For 20. Oh, I see. Yeah, 21 also hits. I thought you did 21 damage. Just, whoa!
This fight is going significantly better than our first one.
Yeah, dude, you guys are killing it.
Yeah, without the Azobu debuff and extra economy, we're holding our own a bit.
You are.
Yeah.
You guys can also.
Well,
tell.
we're not.
These hobgoblins are definitely not
cavalry.
as powerful as the hobgoblins you fought before. Those were like advanced outriders. These guys are just the grunts.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
Yeah.
if it's my
And
turn,
we're in better spacing. We have better spacing abilities
that
at
is
the
true.
moment.
5-foot step. 5-foot step. 5-foot step.
We just need to get a part
5-foot
each.
step. Yeah, you do. You got to do that ranged weapon dance, or not ranged weapon. Excuse me, that reach weapon dance. All right, let's attack. Tarask hit me. I want to attack Tarask with this one. 15 to hit.
Nope.
Then I attack Hiei in natural 1. So instead, I'm going to hit my buddy for. I'll roll to hit him.
On the backswing.
And it's a 19. Yeah, he swings forward and it comes down a little too far, and he kind of just like row your boat into the side of his friend. He does connect. I wish these guys had power attack for 6 points of damage.
Wait. Was he also flanking?
Can I give you the tax removal?
I have not for these guys.
No.
These guys are a lot less important. They're just kind of there.
Okay.
I don't want to necessarily make every single solitary thing you fight like an important PC with class levels. These are just the grunts. Anywho, speaking of grunts, let's attack. Enru once, 17 misses. 17 misses. Speaking of Enru.
I want to see you roll again just to see if you roll another 17.
Sure. Roll to 12. You're welcome for pulling that 7 out of the RNG.
Alright, can I take a move action to pull another torch?
You can, or you could take a move action to pick up the one that's dropped in your square. It'll provoke from 2 hobgoblins.
Which one is provoking?
The one immediately above you and the one to your left. At your 9 o'clock.
No. What I mean, which of those actions would provoke?
Picking up the torch provokes. I believe drawing a weapon provokes too. I think.
Drawing a weapon does not provoke.
No, it's putting it up that does. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so I would pull a new torch and smack the one in front of me, north.
Yes, sir. Well, alrighty. Since you don't want to flavor that kill, he just collapses. You draw your torch, swing it forward, brain him in the back of the head. A little bit of gray matter comes out.
Actually, I will actually flavor that kill.
Good. Make it happen.
I will grab my torch, spin it in my fingers, and just poke right in the back of the head.
And he dies horrible. Technically, these guys have some of them have stabilized, some of them are ticking out, but they're not important for us right now. Anyway, Trask, what's up?
5-foot step.
Sure.
Remind me how 2-weapon fighting works again?
So 2-weapon fighting, I assume 2-weapon fighting itself is not removed in Elephant in the Room. It's just it would scale to improved and greater on its own. So what happens is, since you have a double weapon, I'm like 99% sure that your offhand is treated as light, so it's a minus. Consider more than 2, like a -4, I think.
Well, no, actually, 2-weapon fighting says you treat the offhand section of your double weapon as a light weapon for the purposes of 2-weapon fighting.
Right.
The main benefit of using a double weapon as opposed to just using 2 light weapons is that you get to use 1.5 times your strength if you're a strength 2-weapon fighting build.
Oh, fair enough.
If you're a Dex player, double weapons probably aren't going to benefit you at all.
Right. Fair enough.
True.
And-
Well,
and
I'm
most
just gonna
double weapons
whack him once because I'm not really here for the thing. Hey,
13 does just miss. It would have been max damage.
yeah.
And I should also say the strength rule only applies to double weapons that are joined, not to double weapons that are separated by a chain like a Kusarigama.
Makes sense.
Well, that's confusing, but makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That must be a pain to keep track of, though.
Mm-hmm. Makes
Well,
sense to me.
I
Is that all
imagine
from Tarask?
Yeah, he took a 5-foot movement and tried to make an attack.
All right, Hiei, you're up.
Right. Just gonna keep kicking. Maybe someone will go down. Maybe I'll blow it.
The one that Tarask just swung at looks pretty bad off.
Bad rolls. Even if I step over and flank one, I'm pretty sure an 11 won't make it.
11 does not know. Ooh.
And that'll be my turn.
Both of those do not connect. So this guy is going to 5-foot step. And, I'm not smart enough to grab. I'm smart enough to swing and yell. That's basically, and a little bit of military tactics, but mostly swinging and yelling. But an 8 does not connect. He doesn't 5-foot step so much as he kind of 5-foot drags himself in the direction of the water. And as he does so, he swings it. Farron and misses. Swings it. Tarask misses super wide.
Trask does have monk training. Some limited amount of monk training.
It's not as good as some of the other people at the monastery, but Tarask does know how to duck, dip, dive, dodge, and duck.
I have magic. They don't. I have arcane powers and psionic powers. They don't. That's my advantage.
So 13 misses Hiei, a 9 misses Anru. Anru, what's up? All these guys are looking like... The one that's fighting Anru hasn't been hit yet, but the one fighting Tarask is pretty haggard, and his friend isn't far behind him.
You really shouldn't have said anything. You should have let us by.
Oh!
The 15 is not enough bludgeoning damage, both connect, but the max damage... The 15 is enough to where he's reeling back a little bit, and then, how does one even... With a torch, you swing up, hit him, and then bring it down... And
this one basically, if it kills him, I'm gonna smack him in one eye, blinding it, and then I'm gonna smack him in the other eye because both of them crush the orbital sockets.
Fair enough.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop, dead, super dead. Is there a move action?
Hole with someone's eyeballs.
Would you like to 5-foot step?
Yeah, sure. I will take a 5-foot step.
Alrighty, Tarask. The one that's moving to the north does not look good. Not looking very happy. Well, none of them look happy. They're angry, bloodthirsty monsters, but whatever. You get the idea.
And then I'm going to try and just whack this one to my west with my quarterstaff.
Oh, 5 misses. A 5 misses hard. Well, I really wanted to see you take him down, but it was not to be.
I'm not using magic. I'm now trying to consider my magic stuff since I'm there's only 2 of them left.
That's fair. Anything for your familiar?
It's, Baron is just going to move over here.
Okay.
Kind of be there in case something happens to me, but he's not going to do anything at the moment.
Makes sense. All right, Hiei.
I'm gonna flirt.
12 misses.
Nope.
22 hits.
Hey! Come on! Lay the smack down.
For 4 damage. Not quite enough, but he's not looking good. The first kick misses, the second kick hits.
I'm gonna step over.
Tiki, I apologize for ever getting on you for making your builds tap powerful. Please, from the bottom of my heart as a player, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna try.
But from the bottom of my heart as a GM, screw you. That's how it goes.
That's how it is, man. Bah.
That's how it is.
Oh, is my internet gonna hang? Okay, never mind. 21 to hit.
That hits me.
Nice, I did it. Is that in my... No, my weapon's not keen. Got excited for a second. Then I remembered I'm a useless grunt. Well, not useless. He has use. When they hit, it hurts.
You hurt me.
I do.
Hit me. You're hurting me.
Oh, yeah, for 8 points of damage.
Oh, for the love of goodness gracious, why is it you roll great damage on me?
Because, dude, this is what we do. 19 to hit Hiei.
Nope.
19 is a miss.
Alrighty, fair enough. Enru. You see one of them drag behind and it swings into Tarask. Tarask squeaks out as it hits him, and the other one tries to hit Hiei. And I imagine it was close on a 19, but enough to where Hiei is able to dodge. It dies to the first attack. The first attack is enough.
Okay, well,
what's my con mod? Yeah.
Actually, I'm just gonna make the one attack then, because that way I can make a move action after.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so it's like, get the hell out of my way, knock him in the head, and then just walk up here.
Alrighty, you got him. He's super dead. The 10th hobgoblin.
I'm gonna move. Hold on. Let me see. I'm from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually 25, so that's half. Let me roll my acrobatics.
Is there
Half movement you can make with acrobatics check to not provoke.
So that does provoke. A 14 is just barely not good enough, and then I have a 13 to hit you, which is very not good enough. So in that case, alright, Tress, it's flanked now.
I'm sorry.
The Angel of Death and her torch have come around.
Yeah, once again, I'm just gonna drop the quarterstaff, unsheath my silver dagger, because I can use dex with that, so I have a better chance to hit with that.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Just try and stab him. For the love of goodness gracious!
2 misses, 6 misses. It's you throw your quarterstaff down, draw the dagger, swing the dagger.
I said something good. I said something positive. I take a 5-foot step back, just kind of like Hiei flank, you know.
Hey!
What?
Somebody needs to flank with him. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Hiei. Tarask has tried so hard, but he just can't quite get there, can't quite clean it up.
Alright, Hiei is going to ready the attack action, and then say in the common tongue to him, give it up, surrender.
Okay. Make a diplomacy check.
Oof. Okay. Actually, it should not be terrible. I have some charisma.
You're kind of pretty.
He is a woman.
Well,
You've known Hiei for a very long time, but casual passersby on the street, because Hiei is in fact very, very pretty,
Asimar.
has been mistaken for a woman. At 18 is not... how many hit dice do I have? That many. What's my wisdom? It doesn't want to surrender, but it's like... You see doubt creep across its eyes. It stops talking. At this point, it's almost just like whimper growls as it is shaken. Is that all?
That's it. It's a ready action in case he attempts to attack or flee.
All right. In that case, he's going to 5-foot step and attempt to attack Tarask.
Oh.
Well, he lets an arrow go.
He's shaken.
This will be at my full base.
Right, because you're a horse archer, aren't you, Hiei?
He's a lot of things.
19 hit.
19 does connect. Will you do more than 1 point of damage?
No.
By default, yes.
Yeah, because he has 1 hit point, as Tarask is flailing at him. I have my fingers crossed. He's got 15 out of 16.
Oh.
Flavor that
Just
kill if
my
you would
luck.
like. Yeah.
He would have gone unconscious as he was trying to step out of the square.
Fair enough. So he doesn't ever get the chance to attack Tarask. There are several dead or dying hobgoblins at your feet. And by several, I mean 11 hobgoblins. Initiative is off. Floor is yours, gentlemen. Potions are immediately drank. I'm assuming from those D8s that get kicked around.
Just pop and chug a potion. Just kind of like look over to Enru. This is why we prepare. As I just kind of like, as I toast with her.
Yeah, clink.
Yeah. Gonna look to Hiei. Search the bodies for anything useful.
I don't think we'll find much, but sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Throw those perception checks
me
around,
and-
guys.
Farron will help.
I have
Even
one.
when Farron rolls lowly, he has such a good mod. Hey,
does.
I actually rolled really good.
So Farron's plus 14, I believe, may be not the right thing. Is that? I need to double check. Thingy. Go back.
He gets perception as a class skill, and then he has like skill focus perception from him being an Angitha.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a lot of stuff on him.
Fair enough.
Like defaultly, he gets like a plus 10.
He should be using your modifier before any feats and things are added, though. So he has.
That would actually make.
Would it be better?
Wait. For like modifiers in like wisdom and all that stuff.
No, he uses your ranks in the ability.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That makes it the same.
Okay.
That makes it the same.
Fair enough.
So-
It's just he has like other feats and whatnot on him. That makes it better for him.
I see.
I don't see very much. I don't see very much because oh god, these health potions just taste so good.
It's so terrible. 11 rusty, pitted, sad-looking wakizashis, 11 longbows that look like they've just been left out in the elements, 20 arrows each. The arrows are serviceable, if a little gross-looking. All of them are wearing... What are we wearing? All of them are wearing studded leather armor, 11 rounds of it. As you guys begin looking through them, it's mostly Tarask gets this. Everybody else is just kind of like, oh, this sword sucks, whatever, throw it down. But these guys, you can corroborate what Kuratama was saying. There's definitely some kind of otherworldly influence on these. They don't even, casual glance, that's a hobgoblin, but upon further inspection, there's something else going on.
Can I roll a knowledge arcana or something to maybe get a bit of an idea?
Oh, you can.
All right. Hey, 26.
Nice. These guys definitely have blood of the lower planes in them, if only just like that much. Not enough to say that it's like a half fiend or even like a tiefling.
All right. Well,
almost like you imagine someone like if an alchemist were to experiment on like a group of hobgoblins en masse from. Arcana doesn't give you the where, but it gives you their like pseudo fiends. They retain their military training, but they lose the like.
Yeah,
compassion is gone. They're basically just really smart animals with swords.
Yeah, I'm neutral good, but I'm good. But I also see like what these guys are. It's not a stretch for my alignment to say like the ones that are kind of knocked out or whatever. I like properly end them rightly, just kind of like dagger to their heart quick, make it painless.
Makes sense.
Because these are basically just animals at this point.
Oh god. Yeah, use the wakizashis. They have deadly. Anyway,
Yeah.
oh god. Tarask, what did you put in this? Is it allspice? I'm tasting something. It's just amazing.
Bit of nutmeg, actually.
Oh god.
Actually,
I really must get your health potion recipe.
Actually,
And I'll share it with you when we get out of here.
where did you make those potions at?
I made them in the town.
Okay, so as Enru's drinking it, there's a bit of something solid she feels on like the roof of her mouth, past her tongue, and it like you hang just long enough to catch it, and there's a little bit of mushroom in there. Because I can't not. It would appear.
Oh, shrooms.
Enru begins violently hallucinating now.
I will put these guys to rest
Sure.
peacefully, and then I'll explain to the rest of them. If I were to take a guess, these were probably experiments of a sort.
How many rounds of combat were we up to?
5 or 6. I wasn't exactly counting.
5 or 6. So I have 9 minutes left on my. Per level. We're second level. I have 19 minutes left on my speed tincture, so we might want to get moving.
Yeah, not the worst idea. But do bear in mind that, I'll put them to rest quietly.
Sure.
Any ones I'm passing by, I'll just smack them in the head with the torch.
Most of yours went to dying on the first attack, dead on the second. Like, oh, he's dying. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're dead.
Well, I end them rightly. Wakasaki to the heart,
Sure.
just leave them. No coin or anything?
No money.
Alright. I don't even think it's worth it to carry
All right.
such tainted blades on us.
Yeah, they're pretty sad.
At this point, I'll give another stealth check because I am going to start moving at half speed, which is 25 for stealth check.
All right, sounds good.
Slave soldiers don't get paid.
22 is noted. 36 is noted higher. Well done. Little dude is gone.
Aaron just continues floating in the top of the cave.
Okay. You guys definitely don't hear anything now. You think you might have cleared the place out. You see water over here that looks not unlike the rest of the water in everywhere else. Or not in everywhere else, excuse me, in back over here.
That's one edge of the map.
Farron should... Okay, so Farron can definitely see right here. There's a passage.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why the white line was there.
Yeah, I gotta...
I guess Farron and Henri are gonna poke their heads out and see what's on the other side.
Sure. Make perception checks. I've cut down Henri's dark vision because we're about to go back outside. Okay.
32.
32 from Farron. Henri, if you would.
Thank God for familiars.
All right, real good. And a 14 from Henri. Okay.
It's just too bright. It's too bright.
It is. It's suddenly very bright, and it hurts Henri's eyes. But Farron can see quite a ways. I decided to make this ex facto, so you can't really see. But like, this like it curves to the right enough to block line of sight, then curves to the left. But you can hear the sounds of several creatures moving around. The sounds of something metallic moving. It's hard to say. The sound of running water. The sound of the wind as it comes into the cavern. You think if you go through there, you're going to end up in the Hobgoblin's camp.
Yeah, I'll, relay that. Actually, Farron himself will just mention that to the rest of the group because
he does have true speech.
He can speak TN.
Yeah, he speaks.
Yeah, he does true speech.
All the things.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Just, yeah, I hear them up ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to?
I can't actually see out of the cave, so
you cannot. Like I said, it cuts to the right enough.
Do we want to continue out of this way?
It's up to you. Do you want to see if there's another way out?
There is another passage behind us, but I'm not certain where it goes. Whereas this one, if nothing else, we can move around a bit just to see what's out there.
It's still dim light outside, right?
Yeah. It's a lot brighter than in here, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, but they all have dark vision, so that doesn't count.
They do.
I forget. I drop down on my stomach and ease out to try to look.
Alrighty.
Basically, see if I can actually see further along.
Okay. Make another perception. Actually, make a... did you make a stealth check? You made a stealth check. It was pretty good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You come out, make another perception check.
Let's see, one sec. Another perception check. Where are you? There you are. Not much of anything. It's just
a lot of hobgoblins. A lot of hobgoblins. You emerge at... It's not quite the top of the canyon. Farron would like to come as well. Farron, make another stealth check. Your stealth checks are fine. Yeah, you rolled real well.
All right, so
several hobgoblins move through the canyon at every level of it. Pretty much, you can see that they've built bridges across the span of it. You can see pretty much right out where you guys come. There's a couple of hobgoblins with cannon that are trained on the entrance to the canyon that you would have taken had you just like waltzed in. You can also see Honor doesn't see it quite as well, but it's Farron who has a little bit better here, and he sees they're kind of hard to describe. They're about the size of a human, but even from here, you can see that if you guys like Soul Calibur, Valdo is a good way to describe them. Their skin is a really light blue. So much so that like you almost like feel like you can see the snow through it, and most of their bodies wrapped up in like leather straps, like the top half of their face, their eyes, bits of their mouths that hang open almost in like a caricature of a human. The jaw comes like on a jaw, but then like back Joker smiled, but there's teeth there. These seem to walk through the hobgoblins with an air of arrogance, domination, as they move past, especially the lesser ones that you've been fighting. The lesser ones almost like scurry to get out of their way. They carry... The weapons make no sense to you guys. It almost looks like two smaller swords on a big handle jammed in. Imagine like a fork with two tines. That is their sword. The hobgoblins manning the cannons look a little more like able to fight, and the one that you can see, I think you might be able to see more than one on the bridge. The ones that look kind of like rangery, they have bows out, and everything's trained on that entrance. Nobody sees you for right now, but everyone's just milling aimlessly.
Farron would suggest to Anru that the two of them try and find the leader and see if they can assassinate them.
It's a thought.
All right, I'm gonna give you another stealth check.
Okay, let's get one from Farron too. Oh, Anru.
Oh God.
Farron's.
Oh no!
Farron's like a leaf on the wind. Has Anru used her hero point?
No.
No, she used
I didn't have it written down, so I don't know.
Anru used her hero point earlier on to get a +4
Yeah,
on an attack roll, so it's only Hiei. Hiei, do you want to bail her out?
Let me reroll.
Yeah. I'll let hero points be communicable.
Please. Oh,
well,
God.
we did last time, so...
Yeah, fair enough. I forget.
Him dying in one shot.
That's fair.
I'm not going to keep that above your head for the rest of the time. Totally
yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, if Hiei wants to let you.
Hey.
Started at the bottom, now you're there. Okay, so what happens is you guys begin sneaking down the canyon, and as it happens, Anru puts her foot down on an ice slick she didn't notice, and she almost slides off the side of the canyon, but it's enough to where she can it was a natural 20. She grabs Farron's tail, and Farron's tail, it's enough to where he can he becomes a little less quasi-real for a second, and it's enough for Anru to balance. And when this happens, Anru leans a little farther down the canyon, and now she can also see the creatures that I described at the bottom, and Farron wasn't sure what they were. Farron's never seen the like. Anru, however, as a Darklands native, Anru is a little more familiar with these guys. You don't really ever see them unless you go really, really far down into the lowest layers of the Darklands. Sometimes they'll come up to trade, sometimes they'll come up to buy slaves, sometimes they'll come up to buy slaves, and when they buy those slaves, they decide those slaves are food and devour them alive on the spot. And for that reason, they've been dubbed Orvian vampires. But Anru definitely recognizes an Urdefin when she sees one, and if there's any way to fill in the what demonic taint is happening here, it's those guys, because they were created by, though they're more associated present day with the Horsemen of War and the Horsemen of Famine, they were created by the original Oina Daemon to serve as the embodiment of malice and war and destruction. It's not a stretch to say they're leading the show here.
Okay. How many of them are there?
You can see 2. Right. Here.
Farron can see a third one.
And here, Farron can see a third.
Okay. Whispering in Farron's ear, because I know Taras gets that information. Describing the things out to Farron so Farron can see them. those are the ones that are leading. I know for a fact, and then I would explain everything that I know about them very, very quietly.
Mm.
I mean, literally directly into its ear.
Farron will nod his head eventually and just be like, understood. Hmm. Are there any more of them, is the question, or is it only those 3? That is the question we need to answer.
Our best bet is to try to take one of these out with the cannon quickly, aim it, and fire. Because otherwise we're going down there.
There are far too many of them for us to win. If we take control of a cannon, maybe 2, they'll be fighting an uphill battle against their own artillery.
I have a question. Can you actually take a round to line up a coup de grace against someone who's just completely unaware of you?
You can.
Or do they actually literally have to be helpless?
They need to be helpless.
They're only helpless.
Okay.
That'd be sweet though.
I had to ask.
I think that's mechanically like how you explain powerful sneak or any of the like during a surprise round your sneak attack does max damage kind of.
The sneak attack.
No, it's the assassinate ability.
I'll be right back.
That too. Yeah. 18 seconds of staring at
That's what
somebody.
I was thinking of.
I gotta run upstairs for just a moment. I'll be back in just a bit.
Alright, I'll target you a lot.
That's literally the assassinate ability, which is a fort saver die.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, I have enough movement currently to actually acrobatics up and roll over to behind this guy without losing my stealth.
Okay, sure. You're able to do so.
Yeah, we're about to go into combat because I'm about to attack him. Unless somebody tells me not to.
Yeah.
We have to wait for him to get back. I'm not going to do anything.
Fair enough.
I don't see anything where I'm at.
Would you like to move out into where they are?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, make a stealth check.
Unless they told me not to.
We did not tell you not to, and I am about to smack a guy in the back of the head.
Alright. Not good.
Not good.
Not the worst.
Fortunately, no one's looking, but it's... Honor hears him before he exits the cave. Farron does too. Like, he seems to find the most amounts of snow everywhere, so he just crunch.
Yeah, I heard him, which means there's a chance they heard him. I don't know that they didn't hear him, so attack.
Okay. We will... You get one. It's a surprise round.
Oh, okay. I did not realize.
28 does hit, I'm pretty sure. And then some stuff's going to happen. We should wait for Mac to get back. 6 points of damage, duly noted. So...
No, that would be
the
19 points of damage.
Right. Okay, sure. He definitely takes it. Then... stuff's going to happen. Oh, Mac's going to be so pleased when he gets back.
I don't think so.
I don't think he'll be pleased either. He might be.
I will say, as long as someone can can actually rearrange the, what do you call it, the cannon, it's only a standard action for me to cast Spark on the fuse.
That's fair, yeah. Or just, like, set your torch on it. But it's not lit.
I know, that's the reason I said Spark on the fuse.
That's fair.
Because I haven't been lighting my torch due to being in the caves.
Makes sense. Oh, Mac's gonna be so happy when he gets back. Mac's gonna be so happy when he gets back. Going upstairs.
The sarcasm. Oh my god.
The sarcasm. Well, he might. Oh no, he probably will be happy. He'll be. I can hear him now. Just oh, it's gonna hurt. Well, I'm really tempted to let him just be like he's delaying forever, but the nature of what's about to go on makes me feel that I should not do that. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll hang out. Now's a good time to note. I don't know how much of the Pathfinder playtest you guys are like playing or into and stuff, but like I was talking to some of the guys who comment on my videos, and I guess the signature skills from the Pathfinder playtest are getting removed. Still, I don't know why. I have no idea. Well, I know why. I think it's because
they were an optional rule set to begin with.
It creates a gate. I don't mean the signature skills from Pathfinder Unchained. I mean from the Pathfinder playtest for 2nd edition.
Okay.
Those are getting...
Yeah, that's how you actually got the legendary. I believe it had to be freaking signature before you could get legendary.
It had to be a signature skill to go to master or legendary, which was a gate for like scared to death. It was a gate for catfall, survival checks to survive in outer space, that kind of thing. Now, I don't know how it's going to happen now, but I will say there's only like 4 classes, like I said in my cleric video, that get their hands on Intimidate. So I think it's cool. I think it's sweet. I'll know more about it. I think Paizo's putting their video out Wednesday, and then I'll put it out. I got a min-maxing video, so I'll do it next Monday, or next Tuesday, not this coming, but the one after. Man, Mac, I'm real tempted to have Mac. If Mac's not back in like 5 minutes, he's holding. What does happen? Let's go ahead and get initiative from everybody. All my guys are going to go at once to make it a little easier. And I don't even know what I add. I guess I'll add what you add. Yeah, which isn't any much. If this is a natural 1. Okay, it wasn't. That'd have been real good for you guys, though.
Are we external or internal still?
You guys are out of the caves.
Cave-wise?
You guys are out of the caves.
Okay.
Yeah, woo. Okay. He is natural 20. Hiei can act in the surprise round as well. Hiei sees what's about to go down as Unru comes up and hits the hobgoblin in the back, and he cries out. And it's not long before that cry is carried throughout the canyon as the alarm is raised and your presence is noted. Hiei, just like on instinct, brings his bow up and is able to act in the surprise round.
And that is exactly what I'll do, is I'll take a deadly aiming shot.
Alrighty.
A 13 hit flat.
It might hit his flat. It might hit his flat. I'm not super confident. It does hit his flat. It does hit his flat. Hey, Mac, you're back, I think. I think that's you. Maybe. Somebody made a noise that sounded Mackie. Mackie, you. I think Mac's back in play.
No. When he comes back, it's the return of the Mac.
Once again! Alright, the arrow connects. Yeah, I have access to his sheet. We're just gonna roll. Sorry, buddy. Taraskircha. Need your sheet. Need to roll initiative for you. Character sheet. Initiative, go! Watch him get a natural 20 as well.
That's right, man. His what do you call it? Monk training just finally kicks in.
Yeah. I accidentally had the Hobgoblin token selected, so it looked like Hobgoblin was going then. It's actually sure. I almost mistyped it like he does. Tarask has an 11, still edging out the army of everything. Descending, he is first. The creatures, now you see them too. You have no idea what they are with these strange double swords. Look up and they say something on the off chance does Onru speak Orvian.
What's Orvian?
The language spoken in the bottom layer of the Darklands. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure Tarask might. He probably doesn't. But
right. Orvian would that not? All right, here's what I have. I have Tien, which is common. I have Elven. I have Undercommon. Okay. I have Drow Sign Language, Draconic, Infernal, Abyssal, Celestial, and Sylvan.
And none of those are Orvian. Orvian's like a specific dialect in the Darklands, so it turns and it almost sounds like hissing as its tongue comes out, and as its tongue comes out, it's like.
It's in between MacLeod and Terran.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what it says in Heroes of the Darklands.
Fair enough. That makes sense. Well, does anyone speak Achilles or Terran? Because you might be able to pick out a little, but it's mostly just like the tongue snakes out almost down to its chest and its jaw, I'd say unhinges, but it was basically unhinged in the first place because there's no hinge. Just more teeth, just... The hobgoblins all begin howling. Here, you're on. The one you shot and Onru hit doesn't look the best.
Of course, let's focus fire that one.
Okay.
If I can. I rolled another 2.
An 8 is not the best.
That's a miss. Alright, that's it.
Alright, Onru, what's up?
Well, I'm right there. Might as well try to take it out.
Okay, sure. Well, yeah, that happens. It definitely confirms. And flavor that kill.
Basically, jump up into the air and kick it in the side of the head. Get the fuck out of my way.
And so I poo-poo. And it just... Actually, what happens is, mechanically, it's going to fall off the side of the cannon. And it hurts its head when it dies. But it's very dead. It dies to the first... You still have a move action. You didn't need to flurry. It died to the first attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'd move up here and get ready to turn the torch, or turn the cannon.
Alright, Mac attack, you there? Mac attack going once. Mac attack going twice. Alright, Hobgoblin's turn. Okay, so the first, I have a lot of actions to do, so I guess it's probably not for the worst that I have to go first. The first thing that happens is the Hobgoblin, who this guy's a little lower down than he's about 20 feet down. The Hobgoblin at that other cannon there is going to try to turn his cannon. There's not necessarily wheels there so much as there's slats that it sits in. Gunpowder exists. It's very new. People are still trying to figure out how it works. Cannons are a very new technology, but of course the Hobgoblins would have them. Masters of war that they are. My strength is not the best. He's my strength. And he is unable to move his cannon. He's got a sword in one hand and his other hand is free. These guys are going to 5, 10... The ladders are all uniform, 30 feet up. The cannon does this a bunch, so he has to double move to get up that ladder. 5, he went in a square. A lot of these guys aren't in squares. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then double moves up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is basically right behind him on the ladder. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Once these two move, these two will be up. I need to double check my...
Are you saying you lined them? Are you saying you lined them all up for me?
Yes, I am. Congratulations, Mac. We aggroed the entire canyon. I'll go ahead and let you act now. So I'm still in the middle of resolving my initiative, but... I'm gonna say you came out when you heard the sounds of fighting.
Yeah. Well, first things first, let's try and take over this other cannon.
Well, actually, what we're trying to intend to do is move this cannon so we can aim it at the 3 guys to try to kill them.
Well, I thought we could try and get this cannon as well. This other
do whatever you want.
This guy here is in the process of trying to turn the cannon to target the other cannon, or more specifically, the canyon under it, because he doesn't have enough control to aim up. But he's in the process of struggling to move it. As you come out, hey, what are you guys talking about? Oh, we're fighting.
Okay, I have an idea once it happens.
Is that guy wearing metal armor?
Yes.
I will spend 2 power points to then use energy ray, augmented higher, and I will make it so that way with 2 power points that makes it 2d6. I trust myself. I'm going to use recalling knowledge is a free action, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to roll knowledge arcana to see if I know if these guys are weak to fire or cold or whatever. 21?
No, but the gunpowder in that cannon certainly would be weak to fire.
Where is it roughly pointing at the moment?
It's pointing at if you guys had tried to charge into the box canyon on the back of Hero and just go in, that's you guys would have been last samurai to death basically. He's trying to turn it to face the wall right now. He's not having a lot of success.
We want that cannon round to take care of the big bads, though. I'm just gonna hit him.
If he's having a hard time moving it, we're not moving it at all. So yeah.
He also rolled pretty bad. He rolled a 10.
I'm gonna hit him with a cold energy ray.
Sounds great.
Oh, come on.
Make a reflex
I'd have
save.
blown the cannon.
Okay.
So
13.
you go to fire. As it happens, you lean a little too far forward and you go over the side. The reflex save is enough. You catch yourself. You can see the little like ledge there. It's a I think I said 20 feet. Yeah, it's a 20-foot drop down to the level where he is. You kind of like lean forward. There's a bit of ice. You slip. Your tail's not prehensile, is it? No, Rathfolk don't have prehensile tails. So you kind of like hook a foot back.
No,
Also, the attack, of course, misses.
That's a feat they can take. I know Tieflings can because I made a Tiefling with one, but
It's very strong. One of my favorite abilities. Venara as well. And I think one of the Gonzi heritages. Anywho.
and then Farron. Farron still has things he can do.
Oh, he does.
Plus 8 to strength. That would make his strength an 11.
While you're thinking, I'm going to resolve the rest of my turn. Don't mind me.
Well, I was thinking now would be a good time for me to try and play something. Yeah, nah. Farron's just gonna stay there for now.
Alright, fair enough.
If you want to, I suppose you could consider this.
Someone is playing an ad. Poo poo. 30 feet. How far? Can I have any?
I think that's Delta trying to talk.
He's not that Australian. He's actually zero Australian. He's an American in Switzerland right now. He's a mail order husband.
Aww.
He's Swiss American?
I wish these guys had a fly speed. Oh well, I guess they're good enough as it is. They will fall in line behind their troopers. They're gonna let the troopers go first. 2025, again, just right behind him on the ladder. These guys are going to be basically last in line. Meanwhile, Tarask is flat-footed. Those two hobgoblins on the bridge, they have bows. They are going to draw down and fire. It's fortunate you might be in... I measured this. I'm going to measure it one more time. Just outside of stealth range. Okay. Or just outside of sneak attack range. So that's unfortunate. I'm not that cool. I'm not as cool as I once was. But I'm as cool now as I forget the rest of the quote, so I'm just going to shoot at your flat-footed. First attack. 20 to hit.
Oh. Who's that at?
It's targeting you, and the second one is a natural 20.
Both against me?
Yes. Because you're the only one they have line of sight to. Because the bridge doesn't take them all the way up. They'd have to, go down here, under and around, and then you come over.
Okay.
So
you can confirm that crit?
Oh, yes, I need to do that. Thank you for reminding me. It's important. 16 confirmed?
At the very least, those both just hit. Neither of them the crit does not confirm.
That's important. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't. So it's just 6 points of damage, not an extra 2d6 on top of that.
Oh, okay.
So as you fall down, your foot grabs, and you see these guys, they suddenly become aware of you, and it's just 1, 2. No one else has line of sight to you. Well, that's not true. I think 2 more archers have line of sight to you. 1, 2. That one doesn't. The storm still goes. There's an egg on their attack rolls because the storm is going. Second attack, 16 and 17.
Nope.
These technically are targeting your flat-footed. You are denied your dex right now.
Shit, then yeah, those hit.
Okay. Would I have confirmed? The confirming is an error in my favor, or in your favor. If the 16 would have confirmed against your flat. Anywho, it's rolling. This is a bad time for roll 20 to hang. 8 more points of damage as 2 more arrows sink into you. These guys are going to move up.
I'm on 1. I'm on 1. Hooray.
These guys move up. That guy has not moved yet. So, there's not a closer ladder because he's already, like, there's a bit of up there. He double moves up and around. This guy double moves to here. And another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As another Duffin comes sprinting across the bridge, he kind of, like I said, they're very Valdo-esque. So rather than, like, pushing the hobgoblins around, it kind of just, like, serpentines on a humanoid-esque body. And now that it's a little closer, you can see that their skin is so translucent that you can see their organs, their bones, their skull, their brain, everything through their skin. It's pretty unnerving. One more check, and then it's top of the initiative. Can I do better this time? Oh, okay. So...
Thank you.
You can't see it through the snowstorm, but you hear the sound of something falling. It sounds cannon-like. Actually, yeah, no, that's what happens. The cannon just falls. It's sad. A resounding thud.
So yeah, with them coming up the ladders, I'm probably going to walk over there and just tip one of them over.
Seems good. Just push the ladder. The ladders look pretty solid, but they're definitely not built into like the canyon. They're just there. Kind of same with those bridges. The bridges look a little rickety. They're definitely just like rope bridges and planks. But when I say rickety, I guess the better word is like constructed not as permanent fixtures. They're just kind of there to serve.
So, question.
Is
these guys are all climbing in a row?
Yeah. The Erdefin is still at the bottom, but the 2 goblins are... Actually, this one here isn't climbing. This one's reached the top. This one's like right behind him. On the ladder still. Same with... this hobgoblin here has made it to the top. These 2 are 5 feet down. Well, I don't know why I air quoted. It's definitely down. But 5 feet down on the ladder right behind him.
I want to try something.
Sure.
I'm going to move and attempt to bull rush, but because I'm on higher ground, I wanted to know if I could get basically a bonus from having the momentum of sort of jumping at this guy.
You would get a +1, yeah. Or more, okay. Yeah, I'll give it a +2, because it's a combat maneuver.
Right. It's also, I don't have it improved, so he can actually choose to move out of the way.
Okay, he's gonna attack.
Okay,
He's
so that's what'll happen.
The best, you can try. 19 to hit.
That's a miss.
All right, fair enough. His katana is definitely much more serviceable as he swings it in your direction. It misses. Make that bull rush.
Not a good one. Nope.
Oh no, that does not break his CMD. He has not moved. You run down and your legs collide with his shoulders, but rather than doing what you wanted it to, you just kind of like ping off. Do you want to make an acrobatics check to treat the fall as shorter than it is?
Yeah, let's do that. DC 15. I think I made it.
Yes, you do. So instead of 2d6, it's 1d6. Well, the first 10 feet is free on a fall, isn't it?
It's always the first 10 feet is non-lethal.
Okay, fair enough. So then in that case, it's 1 non-lethal damage, which means you don't fall prone.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So then you land on your feet, and it's Anu's turn.
5-foot step.
Sure.
Hi! Smack, smack.
Fair enough. These guys, again, just like their brethren in the cave, they look pretty feral. And both of those connect. Would you like to play for that kill?
Yeah, it's like, you go back down now. Smack him on top of the head so he'll fall down onto his people.
He dodges the people. He ends up falling like here. Oh, like here. But it's definitely like the first attack puts him off balance, and the second one you can't like do. Well, you might be able to do piercing damage with his improvised weapon. I'm not sure. But 1, 2, and down he goes.
I can actually choose my damage.
Not fair enough.
I can do bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Fair enough. Welcome to the world of piercing people with a not pointy object. If that's all, Tarask, you're up.
I'm just that good with a torch, man.
Can I get back up here to where I'm not sighted?
Make a climb check. Or acrobat, the climb's good enough. So that's your move action. You're able to, like, it's your foot hung. So it's kind of awkward. You kind of have to, like, put your hands in and kind of, like, not unlike the rodent that you are, kind of like reverse crawl, but you're able to do it.
Chug, gosh darn it. I need more chug.
He needs more chugs.
I am useless at the moment.
I like how he's going for a walk. There's really important stuff to do for your survival, but no, now it's time for a walk.
I like how
If you're watching YouTube, could you please not?
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoever's watching a thing, please stop watching a thing. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, the problem then becomes copyright stuff.
Yeah.
I guess the best thing I can do is with
You've done a move action and a standard action.
No, I'm going to Farron.
Oh, okay,
Farron, for one thing, is going to trigger heroic strength, which means that his strength score becomes an 11.
Sure.
Temporarily.
Duly noted.
All the basics in there. I've got a stockpile zone.
And then I'm going to turn him.
Why don't you go all the...
Going to, with his fly speed, I don't know. He's going to fly down here, and...
Oh, man.
What happens if he... I don't know if this would work, but if he were to scrape his claws against the cannon, could he get it to fire?
He could not.
No? Alright, then he's just going to claw on this guy right here.
Well, let me see. He could... What's his cantrips look like? He does not have... I thought
He's
he might
got
have...
prestidigitation.
You might be able to... Here we go, in a game with Tiki. How bad can we make prestidigitation go? It's... The effects are mild and have some I don't see... Slowly lift 1 pound of material, color cleaner, so it can warm something, but it can't start a fire. So it's not quite...
Well, it also can't duplicate another spell. Spark does that.
Fair, okay.
Then he'll just try and bite the hobgoblin that's there. 25 to hit.
That does hit for 2 points of piercing damage. Go, kitty, go. That is... So we'll resolve the hobgoblin's turn, and then we're at time. So that shall be it. I can't 5-foot step up when I'm climbing, so this provokes. This one's gonna go first.
And I'll smack it.
One shot.
He can. I've seen it happen. It's flat-footed as it moves, so it maybe. Sure. Sneak attack.
If it's flat-footed, doesn't that also trigger him a sneak attack?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
It does not have a climb speed. It's not quite enough to kill it. It hurts.
Oh.
It doesn't feel good. It continues moving.
No! Bad goblin.
This one moves up to...
Hobgoblin.
Bad hobgoblin! I just made a lot of attacks with these guys, and I don't remember what I add. I left it open, didn't I?
Hold on. Let me check to see if I have combat reflexes.
Fair. It's relevant. It's always relevant.
I do not.
You do not? Okay, fair enough. So these guys come up, you smack one of them, he's not that deterred. They're both going to try to swing at you with their crappy looking wakizashis. 8, 20 to hit?
Oh, right. Spacing out. Sorry.
The 20 hits, I think.
No, his armor class is 22, I think.
Oh, geez, right. Yeah.
To the top of the ladder, 5, 10, 15, 20, starts climbing up the ladder. Oh, he is on the ground. I can get to here. So this guy's going to 5-foot step. As he does so, his left hand ignites. He's going to roll the cast defensively. Caster level plus mod. Need to get a pass it. And he's going to try to... Mechanically, he's doing fire damage, but it's shocking grasp.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's how they use their cannons, by burning their own hands off. Where am I? I'm over here. There it is.
May I ask, what course of events led us to thinking this was the best way to go about it?
They attacked a guy and didn't kill him, basically what happened. They were trying to... I think the logic was try to get their hands on the cannon, and it wasn't enough to bring the dude down. 21
I was
against
trying to see if I could one-shot him Because
Yep.
if I could one-shot him without him saying, being able to speak or anything, I could have redirected one of the cannons.
7 points of fire damage.
You burned.
It burns. Maybe only that. I don't remember what Azamar's resist off the top of my head.
Not fire.
Not fire. 5, 10, 30 feet up the ladder is a move action.
I'll explain more after game.
That's fine.
Moving there, moving there. And one attack targeting Hiei. Natural 20 to hit. 13 does not confirm.
Range or melee?
This is melee. He runs up with a Wakizashi.
Gotcha.
So that means it's 6 points of damage. Really, Hiei is the only one that we have line of sight to. Well, I don't have precise shot. So they take a -4. They don't necessarily care if they hit their friends. They're just a little more about the angry. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6 attacks targeting Hiei. These are ranged attacks, but that was a D6. Ignore that. I'm not that bad.
Gotcha.
12, 5, 5, 16.
Nope.
8, 6. None of them have precise shot. They're trying to shoot past the hobgoblins, those archers on the bridge, but they're unable to like find a hole. So a lot of them just end up hitting the dirt or end up hitting the side of the canyon. More Russian. 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. He climbs up that little edge. 25, 30. Is there anybody else? Wookie, he can't really do much of anything. He's just sad because his cannon fell off into the water. You guys see the cannon float a little. Sad boys, sad. Well, he can get over here. It's just going to take him a minute.
Tarask is going to advise we quickly escape.
You do hear the sounds of more coming.
We should retreat.
Oh, you can advise it.
Oh no. Come on, Tiki. This is not a good place to fight for too long.
You hear the sounds of a lot more hobgoblins farther down the canyon. A lot of the talk is in... Does Tarask speak Orvian?
I don't think so.
But one of the members... I've screwed you guys a little. Forgive me.
I have Goblin.
Okay, let me explain it this way. You heard my vow.
Yeah, I know your vow. That I know. It's still like, oh no. But yeah. I mean, I have True Speak with Farron.
You do. And I don't remember if True Speech... We had to look this up last time. True Speech does not give them the ability to understand.
Tongues.
Tongues is the one that gives them, so
It's
he doesn't
basically
understand.
tongues.
No. His true speech is tongues. He speaks and understands.
Okay, fair enough. Then in Orvian, Farron hears more just, fortify the canyon. Train the cannons on the bridges. Prepare to fire. Tell our lord. Those he seeks have come to us. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. There's going to be a lot of combat, lots of hobgoblins fighting lots of dudes here on A Tale of Three Dragons. Again, thank you to Chase, Tiki, and Mac for your support on Patreon, making all this happen. I can't wait to tell my girlfriend that you guys aggroed the entire canyon because I showed her the map at the end last night after I got done with the dynamic lighting. By the way, Chris Ward, the Ghost patron, thank you so much for the maps.
Hey, all I can say is
biggest time
us
saver.
getting back. All of us getting back into the cave to fight these people just benefits me.
That seems good. She was, in her exact words, she'd be like, yeah, dude, it'll be fine. They are auto-seen as soon as they step out, right? And I'm like, yeah, no, they're not. And then... Anywho.
Look, we suggest... Oh.
We'll see you guys next week. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Stop the streams.